Right, yeah, now.
Fast swing, early grave.
Only a bunker.
Right, but that in the side's as steep as it was at Jericho, and it rained last night. Only an act of God'll save you now.
Or a good niblick. I can't get the hang of these newfangled balls.
They were just as bad with a feathery. Gutty perch merely shows you up the more.
One day the deal may shove his pitchfork up your backside, and I hope it's a slow swing. Now then, dearie me.
Well, is it plugged?
Difficult to say, Archie.
Are you going blind now?
I see what I see. Here, look yourself.
Well, in my professional opinion, judging from the waxy skin in that hand and the general lack of movement, I would say that is a dead body.
With my ball underneath.
We'll have to seek a rolling.
Spring is a season I have always regarded with the greatest suspicion. The sluggish, thick blood of the dark months drains away, and sap begins to rise in the body criminal. New wild ventures sprout in mind from seeds the devil sowed in autumn, and an early harvest beckons. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. My parish is Leith in the city of Edinburgh, a warren of impoverished streets and wynds which coil round each other like so many rats' tails as they slither down to the docks and sea. High up on the hill are rats of a different kind, sleek, full-bellied, waistcoated, and sometimes gowned. I am the harvester. Rich or poor, high or low, they fall under the blade of the law.
The man's a colossus.
Come on, Constable, down we go.
Careful for the ball.
What?
Till we get a ruling.
No to move it.
The ball will be impounded.
Eh?
Evidence. Here's a fellow out for a saunter on the course. Smack between the eyes, down he goes. Like Goliath.
He was dead long before we get here.
How would you know?
I used to be an undertaker.
We never had a coffin his size.
Turn him over, Mulholland. Well. Dummy Bob.
You ken him?
Indeed we do. See here, sir, this wound to the side of the temple, I would venture it to be the cause of death.
Would you know?
Deep indent, sharp metal instrument, possibly?
Help me unlock his hand. So, Professor, what do you make of this?
Cloth, checked, rough weave, stained with gore. Piece of tea towel, tablecloth?
Or nightshirt?
Not my style. I'll put it in the evidence bag.
Do that. Either of you two sporting bloods come round the other side of this bunker?
No, we never went near there. No.
Well, somebody did. Left a footmark in the mud up here.
A boot, Wellington, small size. I'll cut out the sod. It should cake up nicely in the sun.
What about us?
What about you?
Can we proceed the round? I'm one hold of the good.
No, you cannot. You will go down to the station, waken Sergeant Murdoch at his desk, and make out a statement.
And what are you two going?
Not only do we know the man, but we also know his gainful employer.
Jean Brash. Were I king of the dark, she would be queen of the night. If you shook her sleeve, enough assorted crimes spilled out as would fill a mansion. And that's what she had. The just land. A large house on the higher reaches of my parish, in Selkirk Street. The tradesman's entrance looked back down on the wynds where she had once plied her trade, but the front gates set their face towards respectable conduits of commerce, from whence now came her clients. Upstanding men whose urges needed alleviation outside the narrow rectitude of the marriage bed. Jean had gone up in the world, and it was my job to bring her down. Many a time I thought to have her within my glorious grip, but each occasion she slithered free. She had a wit as sharp as sin, the beauty of Delilah, and the devil's own luck. Her old bawdy house, the Happy Land, had been burnt down by vigilantes, yet she had risen from the ashes like some dubious phoenix.
Only the finest blend for my clients.
We're not clients.
One day, who knows, you may rise to the occasion. Constable Mulholland, they tell me you've joined the chess club and show promise. Dites-moi, do you know the Queen's opening?
I may have come across it.
So intriguing, is it not, to be on higher ground? You look back at those left behind and wonder, how ever did I associate with them?
This coffee lacks character.
A refined taste. It may not sit so easily on your buds.
Dummy Bob.
What of him?
He works for you.
I keep him for his size, in case some of the judges' sons get boisterous. Well, what's he accused of? He hasn't the brains for crime, and don't tell me you've a confession, because he cannae speak.
Especially not now.
He's dead, Jean. His head stove in, on a golf course. Another game you've taken up?
Don't be stupid. I don't believe you.
Come kiss the corpse.
But Bob's a total innocent, just a big baby. Gentle as a lamb. Who'd want to...
When did you see him last?
2 days ago. His time off yesterday. Monday's a quiet day, not like Sunday.
Why would he be on the links, Mistress Brash?
I have no idea.
Well, that's not like you, Jean. You're usually full of ideas. Was Bob helping with one of them?
Mistress, the piano fixer's here. Do you have any particular instructions?
Just tell him to tune it, Jessie.
I'll relay that. And, we're not far off the hour of custom.
Gentlemen, unless you have anything other to ask me, I have a business to run.
And a fine business it is, too. We'll be talking, Jean.
I tremble at the prospect.
Pawn to Queen 4.
What?
The Queen's opening, I think.
We'll see ourselves out.
Were you listening?
A wee bit. Poor Bob.
I warned him, keep away from bad company.
What are you looking at me for?
You are merely in my line of vision, Jessie.
Leith Links. Thank God we left that course these 20 years to the scuffers and the seagulls.
Who would the we be, sir?
The Honourable Company of Edinburgh Golfers, of which I am proud to be a member. We are now at Royal Musselburgh, and no dead bodies need apply. Do you play the game, Constable? It is a requisite for a young man in society.
I used to whack pebbles on the farm.
With what?
A shepherd's crook.
We are a little more refined over here. Look at the time. I'll be late for lunch at the club. Best foot forward, Inspector.
Your servant and I, Lieutenant
We
Roach.
cannot have unsolved murder on a golf course. Even Leith Links. Clear it up. We don't want it hanging over the big match.
What match would that be, sir?
Surely you know, Mulholland, that at Royal Musselburgh on Saturday our club professional Tam Lucas marches down the fairway with the English champion Harold Simpson.
I would have thought everyone knew that. Sharp wee contest, is it, sir?
Aye, much money and prestige rides upon it. We cannot let the English beat us down, McLevy.
Aye, they've had some success in the past.
You solve the crime. We'll beat the English.
Not if there's money involved.
I should never have mentioned that shepherd's crook.
My constable had been showing classic signs of an anxiety to move upwards in society, joining many gentlemen's clubs and sooking up to Lieutenant Roach at every available opportunity. It was therefore a pleasure to see him bunkered by his origins. As to the case, we had precious little. No sign of the murder weapon, though the doctor confirmed that it might well have had a metal edge, a rough blood-stained cloth, and the cast of a footmark, which left Dummy Bob. What was he doing on the links? And was it somehow connected to Jean Brash? Whatever it was, he was there at someone else's bidding. Jean Brash spoke true. Bob didn't hae the brains. But he did have an old friend, Rab the Delver, a clever wee pickpocket, but not clever enough to avoid 2 prison sentences. He would not be looking for a third. They had a room together in one of the wines. Rab was full of protestations of what bon accord he and Bob had kept, and what a dirty shame it all was. But at the same time his hand, unbeknownst to himself, had kept scratching away at the side of his trousers. "Turn out your pockets."
Eh?
You heard me.
You've no reason.
I could hold him upside, sir.
Don't drop him, it's a long way down.
I've held many a greasy pig for the slaughterman.
Oh, all right. Keep your paws to yourself.
What's this? A sharp wee knife?
Cut the straps on a lady's purse, eh?
You've no proof. Whistle on.
And here, on your own purse, 2 shiny half-crowns.
Where did you get them? Steal them?
Whistle on.
Don't have me give you special attention, Rab. They say the 3rd sentence is the hardest. It grinds you down till your bones are powder. Now, where did you get the coin?
Bob gave me them. To keep for him. He was aye running errands for folk. He aye asked new coin in payment. Shiny. He liked that.
What was he delivering, Rab? And who for?
I dinna ken.
But you knew he had the money. You followed him in the dark, struck him down, killed and robbed him like a coward.
I didn't. Eh?
Then who killed him, Rab?
And who gave him the money?
He had it when he came back for the Just Land on Sunday night. That's all I ken.
Jean Brash gave it to him.
I asked him what it was, but he just gurgled and laughed. Hellish annoying noise he used to
A
make.
stub of tongue has that effect.
Gurgled and laughed till I threw a chair at him.
Then you killed him.
Does he ever gie up?
Only for Lent. Anything else? Don't hide from me, Rab. I see you.
Well, it was maybe nothing, but I asked him again, and he laughed, and then he turned his collar back to front.
Oh, this is the life, is it no, mistress? Oh, look! There's Nanny Smith, still plying at her age and in the broad daylight. She must be desperate.
We all get there eventually, Jessie. Angus, slow down. Nanny, here, catch.
Whole half-crown, I wouldn't.
It's not your money.
No, I'll keep mine tight.
Spoken like a true East Coaster, Jessie.
God, McLevy, you look like a gargoyle hanging there.
Was that a half-crown you threw?
Yes.
Was it new?
I don't trust new coin.
I have a question for you to answer.
Anything to get your great bucket head out of my carriage window.
Sunday night. Any men of the cloth amongst your clientele?
Oh, inundated. The General Assembly that day.
Why do you want to know?
One of them may have given Dummy Bob an errand to run, which led to his death.
That would be shameful.
But like I say, half the clergy.
Some had the vocation but not the appearance. Some the appearance but not the vocation.
What does that mean?
Work it out if you have the brains.
Oh, I have the brains.
Then exercise them. But I bet you won't come up with the answer. I bet good money. Whip them on, Angus. Au revoir, McLevy.
Till we meet again, Jean Brash.
You think that was wise, mistress?
In what way?
You could get me into trouble.
I liked Bob. I don't like Derry Nesbitt.
You take his money.
That's different. That's business.
People were laughing at you, sir.
Were they now?
With your backside sticking out of that carriage. Somebody said you looked like a prize porker at the trough.
Who said that?
It might have been myself.
Tell me, if you were a betting man, with whom would you lay your money in this fair city?
I'm not, but if I was, the big two are Johnny Runcorn and Pastor Nesbitt.
So-called because...
Puts on the air of a churchman and dresses so, always black, with a wee white collar.
I keep a select list of evildoers, and Nesbitt's damn near at the top. He worships money and has destroyed many lives in its ruthless pursuit. A terrible thing, the gambling, Mulholland.
Come away, my congregation. The 4 o'clock is near to commence. No more predilections.
I've already laid my wager.
And a fine, strong wager it was. And don't forget these generous odds for the Gowf on Saturday. I'm offering 3-1 against Tom Lucas.
Some pity you are.
I have seen Harold Simpson Placer drive the straight as the rod of Aaron. I regret to say Tom Lucas will not prevail.
Your £12 says otherwise.
Good money. Your ticket, sir. May we meet on Saturday evening? May you hold out your hand.
I want a bet on. A horse. 4 legs.
That's McLevy. Come on out of this. Strange, Inspector, how your appearance empties out the temple.
A bet, I said.
Has the animal a name?
The Just Land.
No such runner.
It's a horse you ride often.
Sunday night at Jean Brash's.
You spoke with Dummy Bob.
I heard of his death, poor soul.
You gave him money.
I did not.
You were seen.
An arrant lie.
2 new half-crowns, hand to hand.
I'm a bookmaker. I give money to no one. I said hello to Dummy Bob at the door as usual and passed on by. No more than that.
Just a social visit, then.
I have a weakness for the well-kept bordello. Ah, the race is on. You must excuse me, gentlemen. Each to his calling.
We'll find your business, me Bob. Don't you worry. Nothing sacred in the whorehouse.
You'll find nothing. I'll lay good money on it.
That's your catchphrase, is it not, sir?
You persecute the wrong man, Inspector.
I think not, Pastor. I think not.
Usual method, eh, sir?
Uh-huh.
In the absence of anything better.
Indeed, in the absence of anything better, stir up the wasp's nest, see who they sting.
Your Honour is in fine form tonight. The courtroom in uproar at his wit. Now he must take these 2 wicked wagtails away and pass down sentence.
There's champagne for the clan, McGregor!
On its way. As you are yourself. Off you go. You see him tomorrow morning, Jessie, laying down the law on some poor wretch who snacks a loaf of bread. No wonder I hold such an ill opinion of justice.
Aye, but he's spending like a sailor.
I'm going to my room. If there's need, call me.
There'll be no need. I am here.
Oh, so you are, Jessie. So you are. What would I do without you?
Doesn't he bear thinking about, mistress?
You're right. So I won't. Oh, me. What a life.
Yet consider the alternative.
There, Mammy. Don't fret. He'll be home soon. Daddy will be home soon.
Too hot.
There. Is that better? Now go to sleep.
I can't breathe.
Go to sleep now. That new medication will help.
Don't go.
I won't leave you. Don't worry.
Tom,
Home soon. Now, off to sleep. Go on now. Sweet dreams, Mammy. Sweet dreams.
As long as you live, Derry, never come into my room again unless invited.
A moment of confidence, that's all I seek.
What do you want?
McLevy is tapping at my window pane, looking through the glass like a bird of ill omen. Who put him into flight, I wonder? Who pointed his sharp, shiny beak in my direction?
Take your pick from most who know you.
I could number you amongst that.
If McLevy is on your trail, it is little to do with me. We are not bosom friends, he and I.
Good. He seems to think that I have some connection to the unfortunate demise of Dummy Bob. And here's me hardly said 2 words to the man.
Don't lie, Derry. I'm not the police. I'm not stupid.
How am I lying?
On Sunday night, you left, you spoke to Dummy Bob outside in the shadows, handed him a piece of paper. You were seen.
Ah. Young Jessie, I thought I viewed her face at the window.
You were seen.
I'd quite forgotten. So must you, and so must Jessie.
You may go now.
Young Jessie, such a pretty wee face. May the good Lord grant that it always remains so.
Get out. Don't come back. Your custom is no longer desired.
Oh, that's fine, that's quite fine. This place is too tame for my taste at any event.
Your tastes are despicable.
Dummy Bob. No great loss.
I liked him. Now he's dead.
We all have to die sometime, Jean. There are colleagues of mine whose speciality is in arranging that very thing. Good night.
Evil. I sifted the events of the last few days and was left with a residue of feeling, an instinct, a shadow of a shadow, almost beyond words. Evil. I sensed it, creeping like a black stain, corrupting everything it touched. Pastor Nesbitt carried it like the plague, and I was determined to destroy this pestilence at the very source. I'd cure him like a side of bacon hung on a butcher's hook.
Sleeping Beauty at the desk. Oh,
I asked Sergeant Murdoch to convey that your presence on arrival was requested here, yes. Come in, McLevy.
Thank you, sir.
This is Miss Sarah Lucas.
Miss Lucas.
And you know Tam Lucas here.
I've heard of him.
And you'll have heard I made a right neap heed of myself last night.
Mr. Lucas was involved in a small fracas.
In Doherty's tavern.
That place is a dive.
And I dove into the whiskey.
Bad the night before, twice as bad in the morning.
Oh, no lie. I'm sweating like buckets.
Dad, that's for your clubs. Here, take my hanky.
Oh, aye. Well, I'll look you all in the eye and make my apologies.
All over now, Tam, but no way to prepare for the contest.
Adam's ale from now on.
Perhaps you were under tension, sir. Trying to forget, letting off steam.
My father is not a locomotive.
That's enough, Sarah.
I'll see you both through the station door.
Good luck on Saturday, Mr. Lucas. Let's hope you don't find a body in the bunker.
McLevy, you cannot hold the entire golfing fraternity responsible for a death on Leith Links. Besides, the man was a criminal.
He associated with such, but in himself he was innocent enough. From birth he was unable to speak. He never told his story. He did not deserve to die.
Let's hope you catch the culprit.
I'm on the trail.
And so am I.
Leave you to it then. Come on, Sarah.
Miss Lucas, are you all right?
Oh, yes. I was up all last night with my mother.
Aye. Come on then, Tam. Miss Lucas, I'll see you out.
McLevy, that remark was in very poor taste.
Sorry, sir. A hook shot.
You seem in a very good mood, Inspector.
You saw the piece of cloth he took out?
I did indeed. For his clubs, she said.
Aha, yes. It looked very much the same material as the one found by the body. Lucas is a wee man, small of foot, but no doubt strong of arm.
And a thing more, what started the fight. Tam Lucas thought someone had picked his pocket. The man was released early this morning, no charges pressed. The whiskey blamed.
I played Oh, God preserve us.
Been looking for you all day, ma'am.
And night.
Tam Lucas. Charges will now be pressed.
He was rotten, fool.
We have two witnesses, respectable old men.
Sober. They saw you, hand in pocket.
Your third sentence, that's a severity.
See your life out.
Very sad. You can leave the bottle.
Come on now.
Oh, no, wait, McLevy, have a pity.
Tell me the truth or I'll wrap your soul in irons and leave it to rot in Perth Penitentiary.
All right, I wanted back
What do you mean?
Well, I've no been myself since Bob died.
I can see that. Get on.
I saw him in Doherty's. I thought he took for Bob, I'll tak for him, but he's a wiry swine. He felt the touch. I took nothing.
Here, have a dram.
Oh, you're a good man, Inspector.
He took from Bob. What do you mean?
The night Bob died, he pulled out a paper bag from under the bed, hidden it there, the crafty big devil. Thought I was asleep. He took a piece of paper from the bag, read it, threw it on the fire and left. But the fire was small embers, eh? I don't believe in wasting coal when the weather's picking up like that.
The paper!
I winked it out. A name was on it.
Give it to me.
Well, it's out here. So would this help me, Inspector?
That depends.
Well, here you are.
Well.
Fine, elegant hand.
And the name written is not unknown. Which brought Mulholland and I the next morning to Royal Musselburgh Golf Course. The place was heaving. fanatics of both sexes squinting in the spring sunshine and earnestly discussing such topics as mashie niblicks, putting cleeks, and long spoons, an instrument I always thought was only of use when supping with the devil.
The contest begins in the quarter hour, ladies and gentlemen, and I would ask you to observe the rules of the royal game at all times.
Both contenders were on the practice ground. Tam Lucas, a compact wee man, reserved, watchful, despite all the stramash around him. The English champion, Simpson, in contrast, a large side of beef. His complexion spoke of all kinds of weather, or a great deal of port. Perhaps both. All attention was fixed on the two, so I judged the moment propitious to dispatch Mulholland. As he duked into the crowd in what I hoped would be a fruitful errand, I moved to where the bookies plied their trade. Pastor Nesbitt was doing a roaring business as the faithful came to lay their money on Tam Lucas at generous odds. Then I was surprised to see a certain figure move away from the pastor's pulpit booth.
McLevy, what are you doing here?
My day off, Lieutenant.
You never have a day off.
I make exceptions, but I am surprised to see you in what appears to be the act of gambling, sir.
All right. I have broken the practice of a lifetime and wagered £25 on Tam Lucas.
Was Derry Nesbitt, I presume?
His odds are best, and my wager is small beer compared to the other members.
I hope your confidence is not misplaced. Tam Lucas did not seem a champion at our station.
He has his reasons for drinking. We all do, McLevy. His wife is deadly ill with the consumption. He and the daughter try to look after her, but it's a sair fair.
All the more reason not to trust him.
Tam will win. He has the steel, the skill, and he knows the course.
2 betting slips. A double hazard, is it?
I have persuaded Mrs. Roach to dip into her savings and triple £10.
I hope you're right, sir. Women hate losing their own money.
Inspector, finally come to lay that bet.
I have indeed.
Let me see my colleague back there.
Jack Mason. Seen him before in the cells.
He has an unfortunate tendency to violence when the moon is full, but I have reformed him. I'm a great believer in reformation. What do you believe in, Mr. McLevy?
Conviction. I have money here to back it up, and I want no flimsy betting slip. You may write out on this piece of paper as follows. I, Derry Nesbitt, accept the sum of £1/2 crown from James McLevy at odds of 3 to 1 against. Lieutenant Roach, are you familiar with the Queen's opening?
What?
A chess gambit. Mulholland frets upon the correct riposte. That the victor of this golf contest shall be... I thought you was a gaming man.
I know nothing of chess.
Shall be Tam Lucas.
There you are. Done.
There's your £1/2 crown. Does it weigh heavily upon you, Tam?
What? Inspector, I must ask you to leave. This is my locker room.
And are these your boots?
They are indeed.
I brought the cast of this footmark. Your boot matches exactly. The imprint was left at the scene of a murder.
The murder of Dummy Bob.
That's not possible.
5 more minutes, Mr. Lucas. Then you must be on the tee. 5 minutes.
What is your purpose here, Inspector?
Let us suppose a certain bookmaker wished, as it were, to make a killing. He would offer generous odds on a certain sportsman, then bribe him to lose the match. Dummy Bob was sent with the money. You took it.
Then you killed him.
I never killed Dummy Bob.
But you took the bribe.
Where's your proof?
The footprint matches.
Anyone can wear a boot.
Then what of this? A blood-stained rag clutched in the hand of the corpse. Same material as the one you hold in your own hand now.
But I never...
We have other proof. But nothing as strong as your own guilty conscience. Well?
All right, I took the bribe.
Why?
My wife. The illness wastes her every day. Her only hope is to go abroad. Switzerland, they say. The sanatoriums can effect a cure. Hadn't I that kind of money, never would have.
Altruism, was it then?
Eh?
And for your daughter as well. She has no kind of life, has she, Tam?
I took the money, that's all I say.
What about the murder?
When I left Dummy Bob, he was up and breathing.
Yet the night after, you were drinking like a fish, trying to wash away the blood, eh?
No, that was... Nesbitt's men hauled me off the coast, threatened me. Had I got the money, would I keep the bargain? That's all they wanted to know. I said, yes, I would. But later I was that scunned with myself, I went on the whiskey.
A fine tale. Who knows what the judge will make of it? You'll come with us now.
No, I have to play the game.
What?
If I don't appear on tee, the match is forfeit to my opponent. Nesbitt will reap the harvest.
He'll reap it anyway. He's paid you to lose.
No. Look over there. That bag. I planned to play fair, and after, win or lose, I'd give it back.
You expect us to believe this?
Why bring the money else out into the open?
Maybe you were frightened to leave it behind. Maybe you just like looking at it.
You're too clever for your own
Why
good, son.
change your mind, Tom?
I can't go through with it. I love my wife and daughter, but I cannot betray the game.
As long as I live, I will never understand golf and the passion it engenders.
The moment is nigh, Mr. Lucas. The English champion awaits. Time for battle. Put all thoughts of Flodden from your mind and think on Bannockburn.
Well, Inspector, clubs or cuffs? Which is it to be?
Whichever serves justice.
Oh, come, all ye faith.
A word with you, sir.
Jean Brash. Too late, I'm afraid. I've had to close the book. All good money.
What odds on you getting your throat cut?
I beg your pardon?
When Jessie went in the street early morning, she was barged to the ground and trampled on.
Thieves everywhere. What a world we live in.
The purpose was not theft. It was to intimidate, to keep her mouth shut. She got a glimpse of the man, Jack Mason, one of yours.
I must protest.
No one in my care is abused. Don't provoke me, Pastor. You will regret it.
You know, Mistress Brash, it strikes me like a bolt from the blue that you and I, rather than being in conflict, might well join forces.
Might we now?
Ah! Tam Lucas has finally emerged. Let battle commence. Thinking what I've said, Jean, it's a serious proposition.
I think on everything, Mr. Nesbitt.
Four down after 9 holes. You waged £50 of that death money on him.
Tam's no playing bad. Simpson's just eaten up the course. But that appetite of his may yet prove the undoing, Peter.
How so?
At the turn. See how he likes the east wind in his big fat face for the next 9.
Damn fine for the look of that drive.
But a high loup and the wind's pulled it off. It's hard to make the green for there.
Know the way he hits that?
Oh, ye of little faith. Which disciple was a doubter now?
Thomas.
I thought it was Peter.
Oh, he was the rock.
There, you see? Tam Lucas low into the wind. The game's not over yet.
And neither it was. The East Coast wind is a great leveller and began to nag at Simpson like a discontented wife. He lost his certainty of line and Tam Lucas fought back. By the 18th, they were all square. Simpson hit his drive into the wind bushes to a barely suppressed cheer, but somehow howked it out of there onto the green. Both men had putts of similar distance, about the length of, say, a half a dozen dead bodies laid end to end. Simpson played first and missed. Now it was the turn of Tam Lucas.
I cannot look.
He's still lining up the putts, sir.
Lining up like a firing squad.
You have no soul, McLevy. Mulholland, what does it look like?
12 yards if it's an inch. All bumps and borers. 12 disciples, 12 tablets of Rome. What else is 12?
A number on a hanging jury. Here it goes, Archie.
Here it goes, Peter. Like lowering a coffin into the slot. Sometimes it slides in easy.
And sometimes it's a hellish damn struggle.
I've rarely witnessed such jubilation. Grown men hugging each other, tears in every eye. I believe Lieutenant Roach even threw his hat in the air, and of course Mulholland loped away after it and brought it back like a long-haired setter. Yes, the putt went in. Simpson was gracious enough. He held up Tam Lucas's hand in acknowledgment of the better man before they were both engulfed. A tidal wave of joy. Save for one. Amidst all the dancing and celebration, Derry Nesbitt stood as if turned to stone. However, he could not remain so. I watched him later, arm working like a pump handle, as he doled out the winnings to an endless line. It took every penny the pastor had, every crooked penny. He was, as the chess-playing Mulholland would say, rooked. How sad.
Jean Brash. Have you come to gloat?
Not at all. You are all alone, Derry?
Aye, my friends and colleagues have deserted me. So I retired to my wee office here for the last financial rites.
I hear you search for Tam Lucas.
He owes me a reckoning.
And me. I'm told he killed Dummy Bob.
Why are you here?
An eye for an eye, is that not correct, Derry?
I hold to it.
Tam Lucas? I know his whereabouts.
Tell me. And his fate is sealed.
The locker room at the club.
First place we looked.
That was in day, now it is night, and a fox eye returns to its lair. He's there, you have my word.
Then I shall act upon it.
And I shall bid you good night.
You see this wee revolver, Jean? Fit for a lady's hand. But at close quarters it fires straight as a die.
Nesbitt, how in God's name?
Back! Into the corner.
Right.
Now we have you in my sights. That's better. Well, Tam.
I was coming to see you anyhow.
I'm sure.
Your bribe money, to give it back. Here.
Aye, it seems intact. But not enough, Tam. Not by a long shot.
I should never have taken it.
But you did. And you did not keep your word.
I couldn't have got through with it.
You should have mentioned that.
You have your money back.
A pittance, a spit in the sea of bankruptcy.
Cannot be more.
Oh, you can, and will.
No.
Nobody makes a fool out of Pastor Nesbitt. Say your prayers, Tam. Look.
Man, you're a wizard with that stick.
Hurley, sir. A violent game. One mistake and you're a dead man.
I'll take the sweet trinket, Derry. It'll make a fine exhibit at the trial.
Go to hell.
And you'll be waiting for me. You see, I had Tam's testimony, then I had the note in Dummy Bob's possession. The writing of the name, Tam Lucas, it matched perfect with the hand on that betting note you scribed for me. But I needed to mark Sicca, nail down the lid. And now I have your own admission, witnessed by 3.
That dirty Jezebel.
I have no idea to whom you refer. Mulholland, take this gentleman to the station. And hey, Derry, I bet you good money on a conviction.
My curse upon you, McLevy.
God bless you, Pastor.
Come on, you.
Well, Tam, you helped me in some fashion, and that will go for you at trial. But presently, you and I have a case of murder to solve.
Nothing can help me there. I did it.
You admit it now?
I do.
Why did you kill him?
He took some of the bribe money for himself. We fought over that.
How did you kill him?
Like it said in the paper. Head bashed in.
With what?
I killed him, that's enough.
With what?
A stone. A big stone.
So, and you struck him on the back of the head, a coward's blow. Shame on you.
No, he turned the war at the last minute.
You're a liar, Tam. He was hit on the temple by a sharp metal instrument.
I killed him.
You did not. But I know who did.
Have mercy, McLevy.
There are times when I wish I could, Tam. Times when I wish I could.
I knew something was troubling my father. I thought at first it was the contest, but it was more than that. Profound, bitter. I followed him that night. She was asleep. The medication put her deep away. I followed him.
Wearing his boots?
With the same size. His dainty feet, my daddy. I took one of the clubs. For safety, I don't know, I just grabbed it. I dogged him. All the way to the links. He met this giant of a man. I saw my father's face as he turned away by the light of the moon. He was in anguish. Sarah! Just here, Mammy. Don't fret. She'll need the medication soon.
You must finish, Sarah.
I pursued the other, caught him, demanded he tell me what had transpired. He laughed at me. The giant made horrible, slappering, spewing noises in his throat. I thought he was mocking me. I pulled at his arm and he shook me off like an insect. I fell to the ground. He came toward me, grinning. He slavered all over me.
He would just be going to pick you up, Sarah. Dummy Bob was a gentle soul.
I didn't know that. I struck out in fear. He fell like a tree. I tried to stop the blood.
With a cloth, a piece of rag?
I used it to clean Dad's clubs. An old piece of bedding I cut up. I used it, but it was no good. His eyes turned up. His head fell back. His body all shook. Then it stopped. I ran away. I would never have let my father take the blame.
Ah, a sad, dreary business it is. Poor Tam.
His actions will count for him in court, sir.
But he'll never play golf again, not as a professional.
Tragic.
What about the daughter, sir?
Oh, I can just hear the lawyer now. Young girl, feared for her life, big giant like a monster in the fairy tale.
Quite right, too.
Dummy Bob did not deserve to die, Lieutenant.
I don't know of a man who ever thought he did, Inspector.
What about the mother?
I have made a collection from the club members, mostly their winnings from Derry Nesbitt. She will be cared for up to the trial and beyond.
Very decent, sir.
Yes, thank you. That poor family.
Uh-huh. But there is the small matter of bribery, corruption, and at the very least, manslaughter.
You have Derry Nesbitt. Is that not enough?
Not under the law. And you know the law, sir.
Constable Mulholland, I am going to my office. I do not wish to be disturbed by anyone.
I'll make sure of that, sir.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Roach.
What is it?
That collection. Did Mrs. Roach contribute?
She is not a member of the club. Good day.
Oh. And this is the society you would aspire to, Mulholland.
Can't stay on the farm forever, sir.
A letter for you.
Well, hand it over.
Oh.
How are your ribs, Jessie?
Much the same.
At least they're not broken.
If you hadn't hinted to McLevy in that carriage, I wouldn't be in this state.
Ah, but it was all worth it, eh?
Jean Brash, my plan to scotch a certain snake would have worked in any case, but your offer to point his way may have helped in some small part. Of course, you did it for your own selfish ends, and it is the first and last time that your objectives and those of justice have corresponded.
I suppose I must thank you, but I owe you nothing, and I shall not sign this missive for fear you may use it against me in the future. Yours, Anonymous. Tell me, Jessie, if your life was at stake and you had to rely on one person, who would it be?
Myself.
A sad conclusion.
how I see it. What about you, mistress?
My secret, Jessie. And I'm keeping it.
For his misdemeanours, Derry Nesbitt received a term of 25 years in prison. No doubt he might start a book on how many cockroaches would walk over his body in that time, but I doubted it. I allowed myself a small glow of satisfaction in contrast to the cold, sick look on his face as he was led off. But when it came to the Lucas pair, events took a very different turn. The presiding judge was one Hilton McGregor, a tall, cadaverous man with a pronounced slice, who had recently, after many years of endeavour, been elected to the Select Committee of the Royal Musselburgh Golf Club. I detected the far-from-fine hand of Lieutenant Roach in all this. McGregor huffed and puffed and spoke most sternly, but in the end handed down to father and daughter sentences lenient to the point of derisiveness. Dummy Bob was buried, not in a pauper's grave. Jean Brash had also made a collection amongst her members, but with a proper headstone and even a few mourners. Jessie, Jean herself, Rab the Delver, and someone who watched from a distance hidden by the rhododendron bushes at Leith Cemetery. They were in bloom some months later, when I was on a saunter through, and I saw a female figure bending over Bob's resting place to leave a small posy of flowers. Sarah Lucas. She stared me in the eye, turned and walked off through the graves. Each one a bunker of sorts, I suppose, but then I have never seen the game of golf as a metaphor for life, though the phrase best fitted to describe it might also apply to our mortal voyage. A good walk spoilt. As for me, my game is with the devil. It will cease only on the day I die, and I feel certain that he will lay no flowers upon my grave.
Who's there? Who's there? Declare yourself.
You look very lovely when you're sleeping, Jean Brash. Innocent, almost.
Who are you? One call and the whole house will be upon us.
Can't have that, can we? There. Is that better? Do you not recognize me, my sweet?
No, I do not.
The eyes, Jean. The eyes never change.
My God, but you are dead.
Not quite. Not yet. I shall be one day, but not quite yet. Very lovely. Good enough to eat.
Keep your distance. My God, man, you stink.
I arrived in a pig cart. Had to pay the fellow my last shilling. Imagine, paying to lie down with pigs. I cannot say that I grew fond of the animals, but I comforted myself with the thought that they were bound for slaughter.
What happened to your face?
Someone fell in love with me.
Left their mark. That's a fine long scar.
A cellmate. I resisted his advance, like a good soldier. Ah, yes, the hair. White. Becomes me, does it not? That occurred naturally. The birth product of a tortured mind, imprisoned and impenitent.
How did you find me?
I still have acquaintances here. They pointed the direction.
Why not stay with them?
They lack refinement.
You look like an apparition.
I am.
A stinky one. I'll draw you a bath.
Thank you. And perhaps some champagne, that we may toast absent friends. Some long gone, some yet to depart.
Here, open it yourself.
Most kind. Tell me, how is he these days?
To whom do you refer?
To whom? Indeed. But you know.
Do I?
There can be only one. James McLevy.
He is alive and well.
Good.
There's nothing quite like a dose of summer cold to lower the spirits. I find little glory in phlegm out of season. Mucus inspires no poetry, no flowers by the bedside, no cries of relief that the fever has abated, merely a succession of sodden handkerchiefs. I have been ill these 3 days, and during that time a ferocious storm, also most unseasonable, has buffeted up and down the coast, nature and I both out of sorts. Now the storm is dying down, leaving a feeling of unease behind, like the aftermath of passion. After passion comes conscience, and conscience doth make cowards of us all. My own I perceive tonight to be somewhat spotted. Must be my mood. I look at my reflection in the glass of my window, and it seems stained. There I am, James McLevy, Inspector of Police, and how many ghosts lie in wait for me in the vale of the spirits, casualties of the pursuit of justice. They stretch their bony hands towards me, hungry for revenge.
A mature elm blew down like a sapling. All the front windows shattered, and the glaziers are charging a fortune.
Well, the storm did little damage in Leith.
There's nothing worth blowing over down here.
Well, you'll be insured, though, sir.
Of course, but when it comes to doling out the money, insurance companies are not noted for their alacrity. Oh, McLevy, you have risen from the grave.
Sick bed only, Lieutenant Roach.
Are you feeling better?
Enough of a margin to get me here.
I must be honest, you've not been missed. Constable Mulholland here has done a splendid job, even brought your paperwork up to date.
Have you been rummaging in my desk?
Only at the top, Inspector.
And while wrapped in your bread poultices, you've missed all the excitement.
Have I now?
Yes. 3 men broke out of Perth prison.
Killed the guard, stole a boat and headed for the open sea.
But the storm caught up with the murderous scoundrels.
2 of the bodies bashed up on the rocks.
Only a matter of time before the third floats to the surface.
The wages of sin.
One of the names may interest you.
How so?
Alan Grant. I imagine his death may be of some relief. How say you, Inspector?
Fine breakfast, Jean. Blood pudding and beaten eggs. Far cry from the belly timber of Perth Penitentiary.
You cannot stay here.
Why not?
We have too many visitors.
Who would recognise me? I am transformed.
I cannot be compromised by murder.
Murder? Give me time.
The prison guard?
That was not I, and it was an accident.
He was stabbed through the heart.
My colleague was aiming lower.
You've changed, Alan Grant.
Prison life, infernally coarse.
It's too dangerous. If McLevy came sniffing...
Ah, yes, McLevy. I'd quite forgotten him.
I have a place where you may stay until I can find you berth on a ship outward bound.
I'm in no hurry. Oh, by the by, Jean, I must mention, I broke in here very easily. Of course, it is a bawdy house and all ports are open. Nevertheless, you might consider a guard dog in the grounds.
I'll bear it in mind after you leave.
I feel unwelcome.
You are.
Jean, I'm not the only one who's changed. There was a time you would have locked that door and come into my arms.
Your life always hung by a thread, Alan. That attracted me. But I was younger then.
Ah, good to be back on the saunter, Mulholland. A tidy desk behind and a world of crime before. Tell me, how is the bridge club, the chess club, and all the other clubs you've joined to advance yourself?
I'm well entrenched. It couldn't escape my notice that when Lieutenant Roach...
Oh, aye. Alan Grant.
The very name.
Before your time.
What's the story?
Was that Jean Brash's carriage?
Could be. Travelling fast.
She plays a part. In the tale. Alan Grant. His father was a captain in the regiment stationed here. Young Grant was to grow up to be an officer, carry on the line.
What went amiss? You can't be in a story, sir, and it all goes smooth.
His father was caught embezzling the regimental funds. Drummed out, drank himself to death. Young Grant was an outcast, so instead of the army, he took to crime. Banks, jewellers, rich and stately mansions, he robbed them all up and down the country. No one could lay a glove on him.
There it is, sir. Home, sweet home.
Your mistress Brash did not lie. Remote, she said.
Aye, it doesn't look much, but you'll find you're well provided for. Food and wine and a wee stove as the sea wind blows.
I may need other sources of warmth, Angus.
How's that?
A man's life should be wine, women and song. Well, I have wine, and I can sing.
I'll tell the mistress.
Do so. I recognise this place. When I was a child, I used to play here.
You must have had some nerve. Everybody else shuns it.
Oh, I have nerve enough.
I'll tell her that as well. Up there!
Shellycoat, gang awa hame. I cry na your mercy, I fear na your name.
A raid was planned on a city business house. A safe full of bonds and negotiable bills, but someone peached on him, and we were waiting. I was at the bottom of the stairs, revolver at the ready. A figure towards me raised its hand, a glimpse of steel. I called out a warning. No heed was paid. I had no option.
You shot Grant?
No. He had an accomplice. A young boy, Frank Brennan, who adored him like a father. When the boy's dead body landed at my feet, I saw he clutched a steel jemmy in his hand.
Bad luck.
Grant wounded 3 men before we took him down. I was exonerated at trial, but Alan Grant saw it differently.
You have killed my friend, McLevy, and I would remind you of the same. Revenge is a kind of wild justice. One day, I shall revenge him.
Well, he's feeding fishes now. Who peached on them?
No one knew for sure. Word had it to be Brennan's fancy girl. Jealousy. He'd fallen in love with another. Grant's woman.
Jean Brash.
According to rumour, we never tied her in. Come on! Past crimes may yield to present.
Are you all right, miss?
A man, he cut the strap of my purse and stole it before my very eyes. Shoved me over. How dare he?
He follows his trade. Which way?
Round that corner. Like a weasel.
Let us hope, not with its celerity.
We should wait till the young lady recovers herself.
What? You wait. Then follow me on, directly.
Let me at least help you to your feet.
Oh, thank you. That man of yours lacks a certain civility.
He's not my man. I'm more his, a humble constable.
Oh, how can that be? Oh, I'm sorry, I meant no...
Oh, no, not at all. I have a handkerchief here. Your hand is scraped. Perhaps you might wrap it round.
Oh, thank you, Constable.
Round the corner, the street was empty, save for a solitary scavenger, trying to keep the clarty middens of Leith at bay with one broom. He'd seen a fellow run into a tavern nearby and pointed it out. I followed on, but I was not happy. Shield's Tavern, a den of iniquity, and more particularly the stronghold of Henry Prager, whose gang of cutthroats would cheerfully cut mine at the drop of a hat.
Inspector McLevy, the great thief-taker, and all on his own.
I have men arriving, Prager.
And I have men arrived.
I am searching out a pike purse. A young woman robbed. The man ran in here.
Did he know?
He's hiding here somewhere.
Maybe he's under my skirt. Would you like a keek, Inspector?
No, thank you, Hannah.
I'll show you anyhow.
That's quite enough, and you, Billy Martin, stay still. I have an aversion to people creeping around behind me.
Then don't creep, Billy. Walk to the door and report me the scene.
Empty there. Empty. Unless you count the scabby.
Where's all your men, Inspector?
At Jean Brash's body house, maybe.
They couldn't afford it.
Yeah, but the police get all for nothing, don't they, McLevy?
Danny Sims, one of your cronies. He's not here, and I know his vacation. Where is he?
Must be a church. Billy, pour a dram out for McLevy.
The whiskey here is only fit for killing rats.
Oh, then give us a large measure, Billy. Here, drink it up, Inspector.
So you may cut my throat when I tilt my head.
Did it be such a fearty? Mon, take the dram. Between friends.
Keep your distance.
Now then, boys, we'll all give the Inspector a drink. We'll pour it down.
I'm warning you, keep your distance.
There you are, Inspector. We were just catching up.
Catching up? You left me hanging out to dry in Shields Tavern.
I didn't know it was your destination.
Young lady, the man who robbed you. Describe him.
Small, dark-featured.
And?
That is the sum total of my recollection.
Sum total. Constable Mulholland, perhaps you can take Miss...
Dudgeon. Emily Dudgeon.
To the station, and if Sergeant Murdoch gets the wax out of his ears, she may make out a statement.
Where are you going, sir?
None of your business.
I don't see how I can follow close if I don't know where you're going.
Just take her to the station.
My goodness.
And what's a girl like you doing in this parish, anyway?
I was taking a shortcut.
There are no shortcuts in Leith.
The Inspector has a bad cold.
To go with his bad temper.
He depends a lot on me, you see, and if I'm not on hand, he tends to lose his bearings.
You are his compass.
I am indeed.
McLevy, what are you doing up that tree?
I am avoiding your dogs.
Oh, they must have got loose. Not settled in yet, poor wee thing.
We? They're the size of a horse.
Jupiter! Juno! To my heel. Sit. Now lie down. There, you may come to earth now, Inspector.
I'll stay. I was bitten by a dog as a child.
Did it die of poison, the poor animal? What do you want, then?
Danny Sims. His sister works for you. I want to speak with her.
Why?
I need to find him.
Rosie never sees him. She hates the man.
How so?
He put her out on the streets when she was just a wee thing.
And you rescued her, I suppose. Hey, steady, steady.
I take care of all my girls. This house is called the Just Land for that very reason. If Rosie's all you've come for, you've wasted your time.
It would seem so. Remove the beasts and I'll be on my way.
With pleasure. Jupiter? Juno?
Oh, Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about Alan Grant?
I did. His death must make you very happy.
And you? Very sad.
Your nose is running, and so must you be.
Oh.
I suggest you get off that tree and through the gates as fast as your little legs can take you.
All right. Steady there, boy. Steady. Steady. Hey. Whoa.
Oh, Mr. McLevy, it's not like you to come back during the daytime.
I need a wee lie down, Mrs. O'Hara. I've had a strenuous morning.
Oh, of course, that terrible affliction. A summer cold is aye the worst. Shall I make you a poultice?
No, just a lie down.
Oh, this parcel came for you, sir. An old woman handed it in. Shoo. I can't keep the flies off it.
Well, let's see what interests the insect brigade.
Oh, pig's ears, are they not?
They are. And recently severed by the looks of them.
Would you be wanting them for supper?
Pig's ears?
It is a threat, but from whom?
What about the messenger?
Oh, some old biddy. Mrs. O'Hara took no notice of what...
Well, there's nothing much to be done for the moment. Now, more importantly, Emily Dudgeon.
Yes?
The purse theft, is there progress?
I'm not hopeful. She saw little of the man, and the crime is all too common.
Yes, but she is an uncommon young woman. Her father is Alec Dudgeon, the chief average adjuster for the Provident Anchor Insurance Company. I am about to send him a rather large claim for storm damage I would like to keep in his good books.
I will give it the attention it deserves. Where is Mulholland?
I suggested he accompany Miss Dudgeon back to her domicile.
I'm sure they made a handsome couple.
No need to be jealous, McLevy. Each to his own. The constable has Miss Dudgeon, and you have your pig's ears.
Angus, take us up by Haymarket. Let us see the latest fashion this good day.
None as tippy as thee, mistress.
Oh, get off with you.
Alan Grant, what in God's name? I have some business in town, and here you are driving by. How splendid.
You get back to your hidey hole.
Who would know me? A distinguished white-haired gentleman with perhaps a dueling scar which hints of past adventures.
And the clothes you gave me are so fine. The least I can do is make the long haul into town and give them an airing.
Are you all right, mistress?
I'm fine, Angus. I was coming to see you anyhow. The ship leaves in a few days.
Good. That's just about right. Now, I have a pressing need for money.
What?
£50 will suffice.
I don't carry that.
Oh, yes, you do. You always carry a stash, Jean, just in case you have to run. The sooner you give me, the sooner I'm gone.
Here. What do you want it for?
I have business on hand. Debts that must be paid. That place of yours. Too damp. Smells of seaweed and ghosts, and there I am, night and day, a lonely soul unprovided with creature comforts. If you refuse me, I must get them somewhere.
What do you mean?
Your rival, the Countess in Drummond Street. I shall visit her. I will call myself Mr. Shelley.
You are a crazy man, Alan.
I think not. Besides, money from one whore mistress to pay another. I find that rather amusing. Good afternoon to you, man.
The past few days had gone quietly enough. I received no more packages of porcine content, and after being severely taken to task, Mulholland humbly promised never again would the female form come between him and his more important duties. And yet he had a glazed look in his eye which boded ill for both his and my future. A man in love is useless in a tight corner.
Oh, my love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. It's hard to hold, sir.
Not easy to listen to either.
Miss Dudgeon has arranged a duet. We're going to perform at a musical evening.
I may be busy that night.
You won't be invited. Members and friends only. Emily says, I have a fine tenor voice. I am untrained, but I have great potential.
Says Emily.
There's the one note, though. Newly sprung in June.
See what you've done now. You've woken up the parish. Come on.
Oh, Inspector, well on hand, sir.
What's happened here?
Well, I just opened the shop and these three men burst in. Masks, knives, clubs. They beat down the guard, broke open the cabinets, took all my jewels and did... Oh, my God.
What?
The lead man, he was that polite in manner of speech. He held a gun to my head, forced me to open the safe, all my money, the whole week's takings.
You should have banked it, Mr. Parker. That's what banks are for.
Inspector, over here.
John? John Cameron, what are you doing here?
Mr. Cameron is my security guard.
Security?
Aye, Jamie, and I got stuck for my pains.
Let me look. You're too old for this, John.
Not too old to box your ears. If it wasn't for me, what would you know of policing?
Nothing at all.
Doesn't look good, sir.
Mr. Parker, send your girl out for the doctor. Mulholland, see to it.
Right, sir.
No, Dr. Fraser, I'm not having him poking at me on the slab.
You'll not be on the slab.
I'm getting there. Oh.
What happened, John?
Right at the end, I grabbed at one of them, his mask. He put the knife in me.
Was it the leader?
No, his side man.
Did you see the face?
A moment only, I'm not sure. I'm hurting bad, Jamie.
Hold on now.
Aye, I'll do that. Now, I'll lean close, and here's a name.
Oh, it's just terrible, is it not, Constable? All my jewels.
Terrible. What's this on the counter here?
It's not mine. They must have left it.
Inspector, this has your name. Inspector? Is he dead?
I was right. He was too old.
Oh, my goodness.
What have you there?
Something for you, it would seem.
Give it over.
Pig's trotters.
4 of them. And a tail.
Henry Prager, that's the name he gave me.
I'm still not convinced.
Then I'll go by myself. John Cameron gave 30 years' service, and I will not let a dirty big minker like Henry Prager spit on his grave.
All right, McLevy, you may have your men. But if anyone is hurt or injured and this raid brings in nothing, on your head be it.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'll get started. If you don't want to come, Constable, stay and practice your singing.
Well, that's not fair, sir.
He was fond of John Cameron.
These bits of pig are getting on his nerves.
That may be the intention. I don't want him running wild. You keep close tabs on him, Constable.
Easier said than done.
I have said it. You do it.
Wonder what they're celebrating, eh? We'll give a few more minutes.
Whatever you say.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Are you in the huff?
Not at all.
You look in the huff.
There was no call for that remark.
Don't get sensitive, Constable. That's the problem with cultural activities. Wait now. Who's that sneaking up the side?
Danny Sims.
The purser of your fair Emily.
With no proof.
We'll see. In he goes. All right. The men should be in position at the back. Since you're feeling hard done by, Mulholland, you can blow the whistle. I won't even count you in.
Right. That old woman. Strength of 10.
Hannah Feely. Only sober in the cell. Ah, Billy. Not creeping round behind me now, eh?
Go to hell, McLevy.
Where's Prager?
Go to hell. Oh, yeah. Up the stair. But you're too late.
Oh, you could have strangled him.
Not with the one hand. Right, you wait down here. This is personal.
No, I got to keep close tabs.
Says who?
Lieutenant Roach. It was an order.
Well, here's another order. Wait, down here. Aye, Henry. I'll wager you tried to drop out round the back and found my men there.
Why, I'm good with this, Windy.
It's a fair leap across.
I am the boy for it.
Not if I can help it.
You keep back, or I'll cut you down.
That's a fine gully you have. But I'm not an old man like John Cameron.
Silly old bugger. You can't catch me now, McLevy.
No, but I can shoot you. Now come back in.
I'll take my chances and...
Dear, dear. I did my best, but you wouldn't have paid heed. Hell mend you, Henry.
2 of our men with bad injuries, 1 bitten and no proof found.
Prager had a stash of money on him, and Billy Martin as well.
But Billy claims he wanted the cards.
Bank notes, unless marked previously, are not identifiable. Jewels are. Of them you found no trace.
The man who led the robbery, he will have the jewels.
No trace of him either. You have nothing.
Prager admitted killing John Cameron.
To you alone, unwitnessed.
I should have come with you, Inspector.
Oh, thank you, Mulholland.
We've hammered at the gang members all day to no avail. No one will break ranks. Prager lies unconscious in hospital and we'll get little out of him when he wakes up. I don't doubt you're right, McLevy, but where is your proof?
If we press charges, someone may crack.
That's a hope. I am looking for evidence. My day's over. I am going home. We'll talk tomorrow, McLevy.
Your servant, aye, sir.
Sir.
What?
Will I see you later, sir?
You will. I hope I can stay awake.
Oh, Mrs. Roach can dig you in the ribs.
I look forward to that. Find me evidence, McLevy.
What was all that about?
Cultural activities.
Oh.
So, where do we go from here?
Back to the beginning. Danny Sims.
Nothing on me.
You're right, Danny. You may leave.
Eh?
Even though you assaulted and robbed a young lady.
I have no proof.
Right again, Danny. You may go to the desk, collect your belongings and leave, a free man.
Easy as that, eh?
Easy as that. Goodbye, Danny.
Come on, you.
Of course, there may be gossip, but who can stop gossip?
Gossip?
Mulholland, he is a terrible one for it.
Am I?
Terrible. And of course, he's very fond of that young lady you pushed over.
I never touched that.
Madly in love.
Nobody's business.
And he will gossip. You see, Billy Martin, Hannah Feely and the rest, they've been asking. how we knew to raid them. How did we know? Of course, I've said nothing. But they seem to think somebody peached.
No, me.
So when Mulholland tells them that you've been released without charges from last night, well, they may think nothing of it.
Aye, they will. They'll think it was me.
Who cares? They're stuck in jail. You're free to go.
The family order the city. I'm a dead man.
I wouldn't say dead. That brother of Billy Martin's, how does he cry himself?
Jockey.
Favours the cutthroat.
Quite an artist.
Not dead, Danny. This man, the one who bossed the jewel robbery. Who is he?
I don't know who you mean.
One chance, you just lost it.
No, wait. I've nothing to do with robbery. I'm small fry.
Information.
But a few people glimpsed. He came in late at night, the back door, spoke only with Prager. Oh, white hair. Somebody said white hair. Prager called him Mr. Shelley. Laughed. I didn't see the joke myself.
Nor do I. Not enough, Danny.
No, wait. Prager said he was in whiskey and he was snittering away to himself. He said Mr. Shelley told him he had moved from a Leith whore to a countess.
The Countess in Drummond Street. Her hotel, as she likes to call it, is a high-class bawdy house.
And out of our parish, Inspector?
Oh, we can always pay a visit. Did you see Danny's face? Nothing puts fear into you like your own kind.
I wonder if what we did lacked a certain scruple, sir.
Scruple? Scruple? The people we deal with don't know the meaning of the word.
Yes, and there may be a danger of contamination.
What are you suggesting, Mulholland?
Nothing, sir.
That I have become contaminated? That evil has seeped into my bones?
You may be getting a little obsessed, sir.
Obsessed? I am doing my job. Now let's to Drummond Street.
I'm sorry, sir, I can't go.
What?
Tonight is the music recital with Miss Dudgeon.
You'd rather warble like a canary than catch a murderous jewel thief.
It's a slight clue at best, sir, and my shift is long over.
Then shift, Mulholland. Shift your useless body out of my way.
A 15-year-old malt, Inspector. The name in the Gaelic means tears of angels.
I know them well. They taste divine. Tell me, do you have dogs in the premises?
Only on request.
Good. Oh, most welcome.
As you are, a visit which brings a most pleasant surprise. Here's to friendship.
Friendship.
Although I'm told you lean more towards Jean Brash.
Jean Brash? I'm no friend of hers.
Nor I, with outclass and putain vulgaire.
Common as dirt.
What may I do for you, Inspector?
A client, perhaps. It will go no further.
All clients are confidential.
It would be much appreciated.
Could we say that if I help you, this may start a relationship which contains some understanding?
We could say that.
Ask. If I do not feel I am betraying a trust, I will answer.
A Mr. Shelley. White hair, perhaps.
And a scar running down from the eye?
Perhaps.
There is no betrayal. It was a few visits only, not a regular.
Anything else?
He paid well. He left.
Who granted her favours?
Simone. She is new. French. He liked that.
May I speak with her?
Of course.
Oh, an impressive array of bells.
Each one summons a different girl.
Very scientific. My constable would appreciate that if he was here.
Simon, you may answer the inspector. He is curious about your Mr. Shelley.
As you wish, madame.
What can you tell me about him?
Very droll, very vigorous.
Did he say anything?
Little before, nothing during.
What about afterwards?
He made me laugh. He told me he was named after a phantom.
A what?
A ghost, Inspector.
Did he say where he stayed?
Oui, also with a ghost, by the sea. And he taught me a poem for a child, but I was very bad to remember.
Try.
Chillicot, gang, war. I don't know.
Him. Shellycut, gang awa hame. I cry na your mercy, I fear na your name. A child's rhyme. I knew it well. The bairns of Reeth still chanted it, though the story was almost forgotten. A mythical ghost whose garment rustled with seashells, a gigantic fiend who stalked the north coast of Leith, who would lift huge boulders to crush his victims underneath, or drag them out to sea and plunge them under the waves, their drowned bodies later thrown up on the shore, the flesh hacked and gashed by the sharp edge of his shells. One spot in particular, to be avoided like the plague, his lair, his den, a remote, bleak outcrop where the wind howled in from the sea. I remembered an old shepherd's cottage hidden down a path, and wondered if my Mr. Shelley might be biding there. A fairly desperate throw, but all I had. The full moon shone down as I approached the cottage, and it seemed to me that there was a light flickering inside. But were my eyes playing tricks? Ghosts are memories that will not rest, and I have many of them.
Mr. Mulholland, I'd almost given you up. Lieutenant Roach is even here before you.
Sorry, I had to bathe and change. I have been in hugger-mugger with the unwashed.
How dreadful.
There was one old woman in particular.
I think we may leave the great unwashed outside the door. We have just time for one practice before... Oh, I just live for moments like this. Don't you, Martin?
I do indeed, Emily. I just hope I can hit that top note.
Oh, I shall support. You above, I below. Now take my hand. We have not a moment to lose.
Shall I come with you, mistress?
No. Use the time to turn the horses round. I won't be long.
I'll be waiting.
Oh!
Careful, Jean. The way is treacherous.
What are you doing out here?
I heard the carriage. I knew not who, so I hid amongst the rocks.
I have news. The ship embarks tonight. She's moored out in the bay. You must leave within the hour to catch her.
Aye. Fair row. But I have the strength. Will you not come inside?
No, I will say goodbye here, Alan.
But I have a surprise.
I don't like your surprises.
Well, this one will please. There.
Oh.
How say you?
McLevy.
God delivered him into my hands. Or was it the devil? I can make little distinction these days.
He's bleeding hard.
Only a crack on the head. But it's a beginning.
If you kill him, there will be great trouble, Alan.
Not to me. I'm headed for the Caribbees. And for you, it will be as a blessing. Will it not?
What an idiot.
Yes. I shall be his priest.
So be it. He's been heading for this all his life. Goodbye, Alan.
Not even a farewell kiss?
Not to murder us, lest it's catching.
What about McLevy?
I'd rather kiss a toad. Goodbye, Alan Grant.
Goodbye, Jean Brash.
2 encores better than anyone else.
And not one false top note.
Well, in the second repetition, I thought you were a trifle sharp.
Sharp? No, you must have been flat.
I am not flat. I'm sure I don't... I hope you don't think I kiss every man I sing with, Mr. Mulholland.
Begging your pardon, sir, but this note was left for you, and I'm told most urgent to deliver.
Ah, thank you. You're very kind. Excuse me, Miss Dudgeon.
You are excused. For the moment.
Indeed, quite so. Excused.
Miss Dudgeon, your father awaits you inside. He is as proud as a peacock.
I shall go to him at once.
Do so, do so. Well done. And let us hope his good mood extends to my insurance claim. What's the matter with you, Constable? Lost your voice?
This note, sir.
Eh? Oh, that man. Will he never leave us be?
ears, feet, and tail of the pig were but a prelude to the guts, Inspector, which I intended you to provide. The Prager gang were to kidnap and deliver you to me. I allowed them the money from the robbery to that end. When I heard nothing, I went to town and found that you'd beaten them to the punch. I returned to my wee cottage quite crestfallen, thinking I must give you up and leave. And then in you walked, like a guest to the feast. I regret the rotten, stinking rag stuffed in your mouth, McLevy. Smells of swine, does it not? But I could not afford cries of alarm until far from shore. Not long now. You may say your piece. I do so look forward to it. In the meantime, let us review the manner of your death. I have both knife and gun, but the spilled guts seem to me to lack a subtle touch. You shot my friend Frank Brennan down like a dog. Why should I echo your brutality? Well, I'm glad you agree. Then I remembered a recent event. Both my companions drowned, the storm driving me under time and again, my lungs full of water, the agony of every breath, and there came my solution. Far enough. You may speak now.
I wondered who was behind all this, but...
You thought me dead. Even if you'd seen me, would you have known?
The eyes, perhaps, but that scar, it spoils your handsome face, Alan.
My handsome face was the cause of it.
So, what is your solution?
Spoken like the true detective. I intend, when I sight my ship of leaving in the moonlight, to slide you overboard. Look once into your eyes, and then watch you sink beneath the waves.
That seems unfair.
Why?
I cannot swim. It's not too late for you to come back with me and throw yourself on the mercy of the court.
Oh, I shall miss you, McLevy. By the by, Jean Brash sends her regards.
She knows of this.
And approves. Damnation.
But not eternal. Oh, the excise ship. What are you going to do now, my bold boy?
He's seen us, sir.
I am aware of that.
Alan Grant, you will turn your boat around and come towards us.
I think not. You will hold your distance, or I'll cut his throat.
He's hauled the inspector up, sir.
I am aware of that also. Slow the engines. Where is the marksman?
Here I am, sir.
Can you fix Grant in your sights?
He has the inspector like a shield, sir.
What can we do, Lieutenant?
McLevy can see our marksman. He will think of something.
And if he doesn't?
We do what he would do in our position. Shoot anyway.
I shall have to cut your throat and slip over the side. How unfortunate. We may even recover the body.
In that case, I may as well tell truth.
What truth?
At the trial, it made me laugh, you swearing vengeance for your friend. The person who betrayed you was not his fancy woman. It was Frank Brennan.
You're a liar.
Ah, careful. You might kill me, and then you'd never know.
Know what?
He was jealous of you, Alan. You had the glory, the woman. Frank wanted the woman.
He was infatuated with Jean Brash, but like a puppy.
Aye, well, this puppy had teeth. He came to me alone, just between the two, told me the time and place. I was to let him down the stairs, escape. But I saw the metal in his hand, and I thought it was a gun. But he did not trust my word. An honest mistake.
Liar!
My life is over. Why not tell the truth? Turn me round. Look into my eyes, and you can see it shining.
I will do just that.
No! Oh.
No. Look at me.
You're right, Alan. I'm a liar.
Now's your chance. Shoot!
I was covered in blood. Alan Grant's blood. As the side of his head exploded and we both fell into the sea and separated, each on his own journey. It was as if many unseen ghostly hands were snatching, dragging me down into the depths. I tried to hold my breath, but my lungs were bursting, and the pain demanded I open my mouth and suck in the sea. The salty liquid flooded through, filling every cavity of my being. The eyes went last. Above me I saw a strange figure, floating. No doubt it was my opposite, looking down as I descended into darkness.
I knew James McLevy well. He and I had our differences, and I often wished that he would pay more attention to my advice, but he did not. And see where he has ended up. I hope I'm not catching your cold, McLevy. It was a very damp night. Anyhow, that's as far as I can pose before they hauled you aboard like a beached whale.
As funeral orations go, it's beginning.
Hopefully I'll have time to refine and extend before the real thing.
The nurse said you'd come to yourself, sir.
Yes, and one of the first things he saw was me.
That's lucky.
Isn't it just?
Well, I've sat here long enough. You have Mulholland to thank for the fact you're here at all, James. He dove down for you 3 times. I had given you up.
Oh, I'm a good swimmer.
Your Aunt Katie teach you?
No, Uncle Willie. He'd throw me out in the loch. A little bit further every day.
There's something about your family, Constable. In any case, I am putting you forward for a recommendation. It will do your promotion prospects no harm at all.
Thank you, sir.
As I say, McLevy, thanks are due.
You don't have to, sir.
What?
Thank me.
Good.
We recovered the jewels from Grant's boat, and a piece of luck with the Prager gang.
How so?
The banknotes we found on Prager. I went through them again this morning, scientifically. I noticed some of them were new, British linen, and the bank still had the serial numbers. They matched.
Is Prager in this hospital?
3 rooms down, under guard. Soon as he's fit enough to walk, we'll bang him in the cells. And Billy Martin had some of the notes as well. He confessed. And you'll never guess who the lookout man for the robbery was.
Danny Sims.
Danny Sims.
John Cameron is avenged. You've done well.
That's what I think.
Inspector McLevy, back on your feet, eh?
I am. 2 days in hospital is quite enough.
I'm sorry to see you have need of a stick.
That's for your dogs.
Oh, they're asleep. Would you like some strawberries, newly ripe?
No, thank you.
Delicious, but they do stain so. Look at my hands, a scarlet woman.
Alan Grant told me that you knew of his plan to kill me, and approved, most heartily.
Alan Grant is dead. I cannot argue the point with him.
My constable has all the credit for my rescue, but he would have known nothing were it not for a note delivered telling of Grant's intentions and whereabouts.
How fortunate.
I have it here. The capital M of McLevy is like 2 spikes sticking into the line above. Do you recognize the hand?
Not immediately.
I do. Is it not yours?
Mine? Oh, why would I save your life?
A guilty conscience?
I have no conscience.
One day, Jean Brash, you will acknowledge the small amount of good which dwells within you.
And one day, McLevy, you will acknowledge the large amount of wickedness which does the same in you. The dogs smell you. Time to go.
Wickedness unseen. Was that what drove me in my fierce pursuit of justice? Contamination, said the constable. Had the devil crept in while I was sleeping? Quis custodiet ipsos custodes? Who will guard the guards themselves? And what of death? There was a moment on the boat, with that foul-smelling rag stuffed in my mouth, stinking of pig, when I looked and saw Alan Grant above, white-haired, scarred like some avenging demon, and as the water closed round, and I thought I'd breathe my last, I more than surrendered to death. I welcomed it. Dark thoughts. But one thing I knew for sure, and I instructed Mrs. O'Hara to that end. Pork, in any way, shape, or form, was off the menu.
Oh, suit yourself.
What are you doing now?
Perks of the job. Oh, real stinkadoros. Just the way I like 'em.
I should have kept you off the whiskey.
It's best quality. Doesn't in the box.
For God's sake, will you quieten
We're
down?
safe as houses. Guaranteed. Here. You hold the box now. Give me the lamp.
I'll hate to snuff the wick. That'll be us in the dark.
Give it to me. I'll snuff it. Now, a wee lick of oil, a wee lick more. The whole damn thing.
This place'll go up like a tinder box.
And I'm just the boy to do it. We will wink running through the tooth. Oh!
Watch yourself.
What's my bad foot, mammy? And all the children in the bed for it's nearly 8 o'clock.
The setting sun. A rare sight on the city skyline, it usually being the haunt of rain clouds which cling to Edinburgh like a child to its mother's skirts. The ball of flames sank down behind a horizon of housetops, and I mused upon the element. The fire of purification and cleansing. I had much need of that. The muck and dirt of crime have wrapped me up like an animal in its fur. I've only coffee and the odd dram of whiskey to keep the hairy man at bay. And what of the flame of life? Not long ago I watched it leave a man's eyes as a bullet smashed into his head. No matter he was bent on killing me, he was still a human being. And out it went. Perhaps it will light up again. In hell. Another kind of fire. One thing for certain, whatever the flame touches, it leaves the mark. A passionate stigmata.
It's a pleasant enough ring, Constable, but what finger of what young lady it goes on is quite another matter.
But you know the young lady, sir. Miss Emily Dudgeon. You introduced us.
I did not. I merely sent you walking in the same direction.
I bless the day you did, Lieutenant
No
Roche.
doubt, but Miss Dudgeon is a fine... she is very young, and her father Alec is very hard to please, possibly the reason he is an insurance adjuster.
I shall accept his valuation.
Yes, but there may be other suitors in mind, more...
More what?
The Dudgeons have attained a certain level of society, Constable. Levels are everything.
I have received steadfast encouragement from Emily, distinguished myself underwater in a recent case, and you yourself, sir, have recommended my promotion.
I have made a recommendation which may help with your promotion.
Sergeant Murdoch is about to retire, sir.
We shall try to observe the difference.
A vacant spot, and here I am.
It is not my decision, Constable Mulholland, as indeed it is not Miss Dudgeon's. Don't rush the fence.
It's the only way to get the horse over.
Oh, all right. I'll have a word with Alec Dudgeon.
Oh, I thought I heard your voice, Mulholland. Come on, we have a case presently.
Do come in, McLevy. Don't wait to be told.
I'm sorry, sir. A matter of some urgency.
Huh? Everything is these days. What is it now?
The fire at the bonded warehouses. A body has been found in the debris.
Destined for the best hotels up and down the country.
Dear, dear.
South America, special import, highest grade.
A tragedy, Mr. Seeley, a tragedy. Where is the body?
Oh, over there. It was found buried under the fallen timber, missed on the first search. You'll forgive me if I don't go too near.
Oh, it's a wonder they didn't smell him out.
£20,000 worth of top-class cigars creates quite a smoke screen.
Does it really? I don't use the things.
A cigar is the mark of a true gentleman. At least that's what they say.
What do you make of this, Mulholland?
In my opinion, glass and metal fragments from an oil lamp. Near enough the corpse for us to draw certain conclusions.
Conclude away.
Well, we know the lock on the door was forced. A clumsy, botched-up job. It would seem the thief carried on his modus operandi, dropped the lamp, and inadvertently indulged in self-immolation.
Immolation tends to mean sacrifice, often accompanied by the sprinkling of water. I think the word you're searching for is incineration.
Whatever. He set himself off into a fine wee funeral pyre. A stinking charry mess, even unto the bones of his feet.
Darjeeling. I always find the fragrance so soothing, don't you?
I'm more for coffee, black.
You prefer stimulation?
I like to keep busy.
I have asked you here, Jean Brash, so that we may not quarrel.
The tea is very nice, Countess.
You have taken 2 of my girls.
They came to me.
One of them, Simone, ma petite demi-mondaine, she is highly skilled and represents a large investment. Her especially I wish back.
She told me pain had begun to outweigh pleasure in her obligations.
Pleasure begins when pain ends. Sometimes the tiger needs a little blood.
I've seen the stripes on her.
Part of the profession.
Not in my house. It is called the Just Land. Justice for all, Countess.
But, Jean, your house is like a stall in the marketplace.
Begging your pardon, madame.
But, of course, Rachel, you know Mistress Brash?
I do indeed. Madame, there's a gentleman client downstairs with a most unusual request.
At this time of the day?
As I said, unusual. It involves bacon.
I shall be down directly.
I'll tell him, madame. Good day, Mistress Brash.
Good day, Rachel.
Such a pretty young morsel.
I knew her mother, Sarah Semple. She died in Perth Penitentiary. Rachel takes after her.
I want the French girl back.
That is not possible.
Don't make an enemy of me, Jean.
Thank you for the tea.
Oh, but of course I know your history. For you, everything must be a fight. You dragged yourself from the gutter, and the habit remains. To provoke, to antagonize. Oh, how sad.
I'll leave before I burst into tears.
Don't go beyond your class, my dear. Especially if you wish to avoid pain.
What a pompous ass.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Mulholland.
Eh?
Never mind. What's the matter with you and Seeley anyway? You were like 2 dogs over a bone.
I believe he has paid court to my Emily.
For God's sake, this is a criminal investigation, not the pangs of jealous love.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh, Mr. Dudgeon, good day to you, sir.
How are you, Alec?
About my business like yourself. I take it you've been to the warehouse?
I have.
What's your opinion?
It looks like a break-in and accidental arson, sir.
What do you think, McLevy?
It has that appearance, but I like proof.
Ah, so do I. Mr. Seeley is highly regarded in business circles. A young man of entrepreneurial vigour. But this will be a considerable claim. Best investigated by myself.
You don't trust your underlings, Alec?
I run the department, Inspector. I'll take the accountability.
I'm sure you'll do a better job than any other man, sir.
Oh, that would be boastful. I'll do the best I can. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
Good hunting, Alec. Watch you don't trip over your own righteousness.
I didn't realise you knew him.
In the old days, we were on a few capers together. One swindle, we bonded whiskey. We broke it and then celebrated. Ended up dancing a jig in Docherty's tavern.
Difficult to imagine, sir.
Oh, he was in the ranks then. He's a changed man now. A paragon of respectability who looks not back whence he cameth. Promotion does that to you, Constable.
I'll take the chance.
And of course, he is father to your fair Emily. Do you want me to put in a word?
No, thanks. I am already represented.
I distrust coincidence. The watchman for the docks that night had cried off sick, leaving the warehouse curiously vulnerable. Mulholland and I paid a visit, but the man seemed ill enough. His wife confirmed that his stomach had taken a scunner at a dish of shellfish. I noticed a full bottle of good whisky tucked away in a corner and filed it for future reference, but the watchman stuck to his story, and I could find no reason nor proof to contradict him. I checked with Alec Dudgeon later that day, and he confirmed that all invoices and bills of carriage were genuine for the imported cargo, so that indeed was what had gone up in smoke. He himself had found nothing wrong at the warehouse, so all would seem to be above board, all very neat. Too much neatness offends me.
Chocolate or meringue? I think the chocolate.
We met up yesterday, your father and I, but we didn't have much time to talk.
Yes, he said. He's busy. Yes, the chocolate.
I intend a word with him, though.
What about?
Nothing for my little Emily to know. Not yet.
I'm not your little Emily.
Oh, of course you're not.
You men. You treat us all like children. Oh, dear. It's all gone.
The chocolate?
Yes. How tragic.
Have the meringue.
Just this once. But what about you?
I'll attack the Dundee cake.
Father said that dreadful man of yours came to his office.
The inspector? He's not my man. I am more...
I know. But he's dreadful anyway.
Well, soon I may be shot of him.
How so?
Promotion beckons.
Father would be so pleased.
I hope so.
Poor father. He works so hard. His responsibilities are endless. Myself included. Since Mama died, he's provided everything.
I may relieve him of some of this burden.
Pardon?
Nothing. I'll settle the account.
The recital at the weekend. Can you come?
I couldn't change my shift.
Oh, no matter. Oliver Seeley has offered to escort me. Whatever is the matter?
One of the almonds.
From the Dundee cake.
It's stuck in my gullet.
Throat is the polite word, Martin.
Gullet is the more accurate, Emily.
Mulholland!
At your beck and call, sir.
See here. The doctor's report. It confirms what I noted about our burnt offering while you were using big words and being very scientific. The left foot of the corpse was twisted, but not from accident of fire, a birth defect. One of my charges is such a twisted foot, and is somewhat the same build as the burnt man.
Well, who is it?
Crombie Murdoch.
He's a wild man.
And drink is special. He's sampled our hospitality twice for housebreaking, but low-class stuff. This would seem beyond his ken were it not for one thing.
And what may that be?
Also in drink. He has a penchant for setting things alight.
A theftuous pyromaniac.
You may describe him so, to his mother.
He's been missing these twaddies. What a wild spark he is. But he's a good boy for all that. What's he done now?
Well, ma'am, how can I put it?
Burnt himself to a crisp.
Oh, God grant not. Oh, no, my wee boy. No, my darling son.
He's been playing with fire, Mary.
Oh, well, it was a wee thing, maybe. You couldn't let him near the matches. You know, his father used to say to me, Maisie, if you let that boy... But how could it be?
Maybe somebody tipped him the word. To do a chore.
Well, what kind of chore?
Break into a tobacco warehouse.
A warehouse? Oh, well, that's a big thing. If he was in drink, he'd want a wee smoke, but that's a big thing.
Maybe it wasn't the only chore. A wild spark, your own words.
I don't follow.
Are you sure of that?
I am.
And this is all you have to say?
I know nothing, Inspector.
You may remove the sheet, Constable Miller. No, not at the head, the other extremity. Go on, man. He won't bite.
Aye, right, sir.
Oh, my God. Is his foot looking like twisted and twisted?
Shall I do the rest, sir?
Might as well.
Oh, my poor wee lamb. Oh, my God, he's putrid burnt.
Cover him up, Miller. The job is done.
Shall I fetch you a chair, ma'am?
She can sit on the corner of the slab, Mulholland. Mary, we will await you outside. In the meantime, don't hold back your sorrow. Constable Miller will keep you company.
You've a heart of stone, Inspector.
Not at all. I don't doubt Mary's grief to be genuine, but I also know that she and Crombie were as thick as thieves. She knew his every move.
But the man's dead. The case is over.
I suspect not. What if he was a hired hand?
Are you thinking deliberate arson, sir? Oliver Seeley?
Don't raise your hopes, Mulholland.
But why would he do that? The cargo was genuine, certified so.
Aye, I know. But while I still wonder, I shall continue to investigate.
Is somebody being murdered in there?
Sorrow for a lost son, sir.
Ah, well, here's another sadness. Your favourite whore mistress has just had a nasty accident.
What?
Jean Brash. Her carriage crashed down a steep hill. She should have stayed in the lower parts, where she belongs.
How badly is she hurt?
The man in the beat saw it. He reported her unconscious and taken back to her body house. No doubt there will be many doctors in attendance. Well, I'm out for a bit. Good day, Inspector.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Constable. But luck does not enter into the matter.
What's all that about?
The lieutenant is acting on my behalf. A go-between.
Usually the function of the pander. A mother's misery is never-ending. I'm to Jean Brash. Nothing ever happens to that woman by accident, and the nearer death's door, the more she might tell me.
You sure that's the only reason, sir?
You wait for Mary. Play sympathy while her grief is raw. Go at her again.
It's cruel, but I'll do it.
Ah, well, it's a cruel business, Constable.
I'm not sure the mistress is all that anxious to see you, Inspector.
I'm not sure I care, Jessie. I'm on an investigation.
Oh, investigating what?
That's my business. Tell me, who's Jean at war with these days?
Don't know what you mean. She's in there. You can ask her.
You seem somewhat angered, Jessie.
She just goes her own way. It's me that's got to look after everything, and I get no thanks. People looking down their neb at you.
Always the way, comme toujours.
We can't all be French, Inspector. She's in there.
Jean! Jean Brash! Are you still alive?
Sadly for you. Come in.
You're sitting up?
Why should I not be?
I heard your eyes had closed and you had been borne away like a warrior on his shield.
My coachman, Angus, he took the brunt of it. Ow.
What's wrong?
Bruised ribs.
Internal bleeding.
I'm used to that. Sit down.
Ah, they've let your dogs out again. I caused them to be shut up.
Are you that afeard?
They'd taken up residence in your wreck of a carriage. I wanted to examine it.
Did you know?
The front axle had been sawn part through, then covered with dirt. A good professional job. You don't look surprised.
Don't I?
On level ground, you see, it would hold well enough, but on that big cobbled hill which descends just outside your gates... Oh, may I help myself to a biscuit?
If you've still the teeth.
Thank you. I don't think death was intended. More a shot across the bows. The Countess and you. Daggers drawn, I hear, over a certain Belle de Nuit.
Jessie tickle you so?
She's hinted.
She's just jealous.
Maybe she'd give the girl back.
No one threatens me.
It might be worse next time. I don't want you dead, Jean.
Thank you.
I need your neck for justice.
Oh, ow, ow.
Ah, well, one more biscuit and that's me. Of course, it may not be the Countess. Such a charming lady, but I would check on your mode of transport from now on.
I owe you for that, McLevy.
You'd have searched it out eventually.
The warehouse fire.
Yes?
I hear it's not all it seems. A certain charming person may have had a hand in it.
You wouldn't be trying to stir up trouble for this person?
I would not.
Anything else?
There may be a partner.
In the dance of deceit, you always need a partner. Ah, Jessie. They also serve who only stand in wait, eh?
I was just coming to see if there was coffee needed.
No, the biscuits will suffice. Take care of yourself, Jean.
I intend to.
I can see myself out. Shanks's pony, a more secure form of transport.
Oh, damnation.
That's him gone then.
I noticed.
Can I procure you anything?
Some civility?
I've said my piece, mistress.
I heard it. The Armstrong brothers, get word. I want to see them.
They're a wild pair.
Wilder, the better.
Oh my goodness, Jupiter and Juno.
What?
The dogs, they're after the inspector.
Oh, did they get him?
Yes. No, he's shinned up the gate. Oh dear, his trousers are all ripped.
Oh no, don't make me laugh. Jessie, my ribs.
He's shaking his fist. He's not happy.
Oh, McLevy. You'll be the death of me. Oh.
There you are, ma'am. Suit yourself.
What a sight. My eyeballs are roasted with it.
Ah, your poor boy. And how did he find himself in that place, I wonder?
I wouldn't know.
Did he not mention anything?
I'm not seer-hearted. I cannot think.
Oh, may I get you something, ma'am, to help?
My medicine drops in the drawer. Not that one, leave it alone.
Oh, I'll just open it anyway. Well, now, what have we here?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm sure, nothing but pretty little scented doilies. And yet underneath, I have a very good sense of smell, Mrs. Murdoch. What have we here? A fine, slim box, all the way from South America by the writing.
No.
Always had a fine nose, ma'am. On the farm, I could tell you every time if there was a weasel near the hen house.
Mr. Dudgeon, I am not quite sure how I ended up as advocate for the constable's case, but here I am, and I require from you a judgment.
A judgment?
As regards his honourable intentions towards your daughter, what are his prospects?
Poor. Emily is too young. She does not know her own mind or heart.
I agree with that, but perhaps in years to come?
It would be many years.
The young man may believe that your daughter is worth waiting for.
He may wait, but what of her?
She has, I am told, expressed some fondness.
Emily is prone to whims. I indulge her far too much myself. One day one thing, one day another.
So you see little future, only a whim.
I cannot tell the future. Then there is position. In society, a constable has a long way to go.
But I would have thought you, of all people, would...
What of me?
Would understand the possibilities of rising to the heights from...
I have worked my fingers to the bone to get where I am. There's few men with my energy or application.
I'm sure that's true.
I've sacrificed much and will again. What is so dearly bought cannot be lightly thrown away.
Dearly bought?
Respect, Lieutenant Roach. Position. Emily is too young. She must be protected.
I shall convey these sentiments to Mr. Mulholland.
He was drunk that night. I went along to try and keep control. Some hope, eh?
What was the plan?
He was to fire the place. He said nobody would be there to stop us. It was guaranteed.
The Lord loves a penitent, Mary.
He ripped open a case and threw that box at me. I didn't even know I had it till I got home. I ran terrified. What I could see in my mind.
Who put him up to it?
A fine gentleman, Crombie said. Met up private in a room back at Devlin's tavern.
Did he have a name?
Never gave it.
Did you ever see him?
No.
But this box of cigars here, it comes from the warehouse.
That I can swear. Perks of the job, Crombie said. He called them stinky doros.
They are indeed. The cheapest, nastiest cigar on the market. My Aunt Katie used to smoke them.
God help her now.
Mary, I have to get somewhere, and I'm trusting you're not going to run out on me.
Where have I got to go?
And anyhow, I want to bury my son. What's left of him.
Cheap cigars masquerading as finest leaf, and you collect a vast sum for a very small outlay. Good business, Mr. Seeley.
And how am I supposed to have accomplished all this, Constable?
You hired Crombie Murdoch to fire up the warehouse, probably bribed the watchman to cry off sick. We'd question him again. The crates were genuine, the contents false, and the fire knows no difference. A clever plan, but it got a wee bit spoiled when your hireling...
Incinerated?
Up in flames, as you are now.
Forgive me. A box of cheap cigars and the word of a thieving old woman. I don't see that unleashing the full weight of the law upon my sinful head. Do you?
The whole investigation will begin again, piece by piece.
Jealousy?
What?
You know that Emily prefers my company to yours?
That's not true.
She finds you amusing enough. Like a dog on its hind legs.
You're a liar!
You know it to be true. You are not of her class. And because I am, you would seek to destroy my reputation for your own jealous ends.
I care for Emily, and she for me. There is no jealousy here, only a man doing his job, and by God, I'll do it.
You care for her, do you?
I do indeed.
Then consider this before you let loose your vile slanders. The documents and invoices for the cargo have been examined and certified genuine by the very top man. Chief Insurance Investigator, Mr. Alec Dudgeon. Do you think I could pull the wool over his eyes? A man of his ability and experience?
I don't know.
You do. It is not possible. The man whose daughter you've been chasing with your tongue hanging out, if I am to be accused, then so is he. His reputation ruined, and that of his daughter in society quite shamefully defiled. Are you willing to put her through such an ordeal to satisfy your own petty jealousy?
I will do my job.
Then do it. Go to Mr. Dudgeon's house, tell him your suspicions, evaluate his response, and then, if the fancy takes you, charge us both.
Are you suggesting I have made a mistake?
No, sir, not at all. But in light of what has come to light, as it were, it may be as well for you to re-evaluate your findings.
It strikes me, Constable, that you are the one in need of re-evaluation.
I beg pardon, sir?
The word of a thief's mother. You would place it above mine.
It's Mr. Seeley in the dock.
I am implicated. All this seems hardly worth the bother, Constable.
Bother?
Examine it so. Who knows where these cigars came from? And this mysterious gentleman? A figment. You only have her word.
But, sir...
The son is dead. The guilty party. The mother, despite her low breeding, is in desperate grief and has been punished enough. In my opinion, you should forget the whole thing.
May I ask you, sir, at the warehouse, you must have found fragments of tobacco.
I did indeed.
And the quality? You found nothing awry?
They were burnt to a crisp, but I had no suspicions.
And the cargo documents, the invoices, all the papers from abroad, they were genuine?
In my opinion, they were, without fault.
I have come to a decision, sir.
And?
I shall do what I should have done in the first place. I shall go back to the station, lay everything I have found on my superiors' desks, and let them come to whatever conclusion.
Constable, wait. Do you insist upon this course of conduct?
I'm afraid I must, sir.
Then I must ask you to wait until the morning.
I have delayed long enough.
It will give time for me absolutely to scrutinize all my findings. Then I shall present myself at the station in the morning, along with Mr. Seeley, and I am certain the whole matter can be cleared up without setting any tongues wagging.
But...
My reputation is at stake here.
I realise that, sir.
For the sake of my daughter, if for nothing else. She must be protected.
Ah, Sergeant Murdoch, still alive, eh? Lieutenant Roach, burning the midnight oil, sir?
Don't be sarcastic, McLevy. I was hoping to catch Mulholland.
So was I. Not back yet.
No. You've changed your trousers.
I have indeed. Well observed.
I am a policeman.
The trousers were ripped in the line of duty.
And how is Mistress Brash?
The lady's fine, sir, but a remark she passed has caused me to bang on a few financial doors.
You seek a loan, perhaps, to invest in her thriving business?
Not quite. A banker who owes me a wee favour as regards some peccadilloes of his darling young son. I shall know better tomorrow morning.
I will hold my breath till then.
And how fared Cupid's go-between?
What do you know about it?
Very little.
Then you may remain in that happy state. Though I fear Constable Mulholland might bid you a measure of disappointment.
Good night, sir. I should have stayed on the farm.
Martin, in here, quick.
What?
Oh. This was my nursery room. Cosy, is it not?
I'm not sure about cosy.
What were you talking to my father about?
I can't tell you.
I think I know.
Do you?
And I think I know his answer.
You do?
He said, you must wait.
He did say that.
And will you?
Till the morning.
Oh, you're very droll, sir.
That's me.
You mustn't lose heart.
I'll try.
Everything comes to he who waits.
Does it now?
Everything.
Is this a whim?
What does it feel like? Oh, you'd better go.
The wisest course.
Martin, we can still sing duets.
Once I clear my throat.
Ah, God bless the banker's son.
Sir, may I have a word?
You may, and I with you, but the exchange must be in loco motion. Last night you might have reported in, Constable. Where were you, eh? Caterwauling under young Emily's window, no doubt.
Not really, sir.
Good God, is Murdoch still in that position?
I have some information.
And so have I. Lieutenant Roach?
Inspector, do come in. The door is always open, it would seem.
Sorry, sir, but I have received some very interesting news.
I am all ear.
Our friend, Mr. Oliver Seeley, is facing financial ruin.
How so?
Gambled the exchange and lost. Plunged heavily to recoup and lost again. And now has nothing left to gamble. So says my banking confidant.
Is he reliable?
He runs the bank.
I think I might be able
Hold yet, Mulholland. The lieutenant and I are in communication.
So what is your thinking, McLevy?
£20,000 insurance money. My banker friend assures me that no amount of that sum has gone abroad from his account to pay out this cargo.
He may have had the money in other forms. Securities, bonds, liquid cash. Who knows what businessmen get up to?
Who knows indeed?
All very circumstantial, Inspector. To move against a man of Seeley's standing, I need hard evidence.
I may have some of that.
Some of what?
Hard evidence.
Eh?
Has the constable been to the well before you, McLevy?
Said nothing to me.
I couldn't get a word in.
Well, you have now. What evidence? What are you talking about, man?
Well, it's a long kind of story.
Everything is in position. They await your word.
Then give it, Jessie. Give it. I should wear my hair up more often. Oh, that rib still pains me. Yes, it gives me an air of aristocracy, like a countess.
I don't think this is a good idea, mistress.
Don't you know?
You have no proof of her ill intent.
She will have no proof of mine.
Both wrongs didn't make a right.
They do in my world.
You have no proof.
Hand me that hair grip. Thank you. Jessie, when a child, I received no schooling except how to pick a man's pocket while he was otherwise engaged. But as I grew up, I learned myself to read and write in some proficiency and even a smattering of mathematics. 2 and 2, in my estimation, always come up to 4. Tell Geordie Armstrong to wait until the evening hour and then make his delivery. Now, what dress shall I clothe my fragile body withal? The white, I venture. Yes, white, for purity.
You withheld evidence.
More like delayed, sir.
Withheld from your superior officer.
Most improper. I only know of one other man who would do that.
In my case, it is strategic. Constable Mulholland has allowed his personal affairs to hinder the investigation of a case. We have lost valuable time, and time is always of the essence.
Come in!
Inspector McLevy, can I have a word with you?
What is it, Miller?
A report just in. Sergeant Murdoch has it at the desk. He wishes your presence.
Tell him I'm coming.
Right you are.
Sir.
Sir.
Don't you go anywhere, Mulholland. I haven't finished with you yet.
You have been a fool, Constable.
I meant well, sir.
The road to hell is paved with such intentions. However, let us hope Dudgeon and Seeley may yet provide an innocent explanation, and that there is no harm done.
Alec Dudgeon has hanged himself. In his study. The body was found by his daughter.
Oh, dear.
I'll send men to Seeley's home and offices, but I doubt her bird will have flown. Time was of the essence. There was a measure of arrogance in what you did, Mulholland. The Scots have a name for someone who rises in arrogance and falls flat on his face. A puddock. You have made a puddock of yourself.
Unfortunately so. Puddock is the word.
Ah, well, we'd better get to the scene of the crime, Constable.
Crime?
Suicide is against the law.
Oh, no, I can't. I can't go, sir. I can't face Emily.
Part of the job.
I can't, sir.
Oh, I'll come. I feel partways responsible for this mess in any case. I shall try to comfort the young lady while you examine fibres on the carpet, McLevy.
Sounds like a fair division of labour. I'll get my hat and coat.
Right. I am afraid, Constable, that your prospects of promotion may have gone up in smoke.
The Dudgeon household was in chaos, Emily howling and shrieking like a lost soul, while two maiden aunts, who had turned up as if from nowhere, did their level best to console her. The maid was also in hysterics. She had turned up late that morning and somehow seemed to blame herself. Cook was wailing in the kitchen. The very walls reverberated with female lamentation. Emily fixed upon Mulholland as the object of blame. Her father had been upset and distraught after the constable's visit. He had caused all this, an irrational but intense hatred. I feared romance had been somewhat nipped in the bud. Dudgeon's body had already been cut down, wrapped up and borne away. I put the accoutrements of his suicide in my evidence bag. He'd used a pulley rope from the kitchen, but the weather was fine enough. They could dry the clothes outside. Constable Miller arrived with news I was dreading. Oliver Seeley had indeed flown the coop. Vanished. Disparu. The last brushstroke in a very black picture. But what circumstances drove Alec Dudgeon to such a pass? To take his own life, to lie and deceive. All of this was so much against the character of the man. And then, as I snuffled around, which is my wont, I found, inside his desk, a sealed envelope with my name on it.
Have you finished in here, Inspector? I myself have done whatever I can, and God knows it was little enough.
A moment, sir.
What have you there?
The whole story. And what a sad, sorry business it is.
Jamie, God forgive me for what I am about to do. I know for certain that you will not. I have betrayed everything I hold dear in my life, my reputation above all. In my loneliness after the death of my wife, I took to visiting a house of ill repute. Not often, but enough. I formed an attachment to one of the young women, Rachel Semple by name, and was sufficiently foolish to write her some letters of affection. Oliver Seeley came to me and informed me that the girl was going to make the letters public sell them to the newspapers. They would be my ruin and hold me up to the most savage ridicule. He could prevent it, but in return he must request a small favour. Small. Only this one time, and never again. It was out-and-out blackmail, and to my eternal shame, I accepted the bargain. There's nae fool like an old fool. After the constable, I had another visitor last night. Secret, by the back door. It was Seely. He wanted to know if we could brazen it out. I told him I was finished with lies, and so I am. This is my confession. But I cannot thole the shame of a public persecution. I have sent Emily out shopping. She loves shopping. The maid will discover my body. God forgive me, Alec Dudgeon.
The best laid plans. The maid was late, and Emily came back. She'd forgotten her purse. As you say, a sorry business.
I can find little pity in my heart.
The shame, McLevy, it broke the man.
Shame? Who cares for shame? He could have stood up, admitted guilt, taken his punishment. Who knows what friends may have rallied round?
Would you? Would even his own daughter?
She never got the chance. All she saw was her father's boots swinging in the breeze.
Then what should he have done?
Sat with her, told her, begged her forgiveness. If she really loved him as a daughter, she would have been his support.
I somehow doubt it.
She never got the chance. Her birthright was sacrificed on the altar of his respectability. That is truly shameful.
Oh, that Rachel. She has been such a disappointment to me, Inspector.
How's she now?
I would be so happy to help you find her, but last night she robbed me of jewels and money and then ran away.
With whom?
One of my best clients. A double loss.
This client, Countess, was it Oliver Seely?
It was indeed. But how could you know?
Sometimes I surprise myself. But what I don't know is where they've gone.
Nor I. But I found out, too late, alas, that a ship has left on the morning tide for South America.
So, Rachel robbed you?
I am too trusting.
I think not. I know for a fact that you open every letter the girls get here at your hotel. I think you saw certain letters she received. You saw the possibilities also.
And what did I do?
You and Seely concocted a scheme which involved blackmail and insurance swindle and has now cost a man's life.
A life?
Alec Dudgeon hanged himself.
How sad. And I have lost another client.
Oliver Seely hasn't a penny to his name. I think you paid off him and Rachel to go abroad, rather than be taken in this country and involve you in a criminal prosecution.
A fascinating story, Inspector. And they say the police have no imagination. But if you have even the smallest piece of proof, I would be so interested to see it.
I have not.
Then it remains in the realms of imagination.
A good man died because of you. I shall not rest until I bring the due vengeance of law upon your head.
I want us to be friends, Inspector.
I am your enemy. Open and sworn. Dear me. It seems as if someone has just dumped a wagon full of raw sewage all over your front drive and grounds.
What?
A liquid mass as well, and once it soaks in, oh dear me.
Where?
Down there. Oh, let's open the window and have a whiff.
Oh my God, even up here.
Oh, let me jam this up. In case you want to shout down.
Oh, no!
There you are. I'll just pop out the back way, Countess. Unless that's been done as well.
Help me! Close, please!
Till we meet again, Countess. Even if it's in the dark, I'll know you by the smell.
Jean Brash, you will pay for this. You will pay me in blood, my dear. In blood.
That night the weather broke. A heavy storm. I hoped that somewhere, far out on the ocean, Oliver Seely was hanging over the side of the boat to be sick. His foot might slip, and the sharks could then feed on one of their own. A vain hope, I fear. I doubt we shall ever see him again, or Rachel, and in that case Alec Dudgeon's suicide will be swept quietly under the carpet of respectability, hidden behind lace curtains, hushed into sober secrecy. The social ranks will close to cover his nakedness. I prophesy for young Emily that her heart will mend, and that she will once more sing the duet of love, but not with Mulholland. His covering is that of sackcloth and ashes, and the lieutenant has decided to pack him back to Ireland for a few weeks. I'm sure his Auntie Katie will minister unto him, and return her boy to us in his former presumptuous glory. As for me, I am looking at the black thunderclouds, and I see flashes of white lightning coming towards me. The fire once more. This case began in flames, and now it will end just so. And I am reminded of the saying of Eliphaz the Temanite, one of Job's comforters. Man is born to trouble as the sparks fly upwards.
You like your tea sweet, Mr. Binney?
I do indeed, Countess. Quickens the blood.
6 spoons of sugar. Your blood must be somewhat sluggish to need such impulsion.
Quick hands, though. I can catch you a fly atween finger and thumb.
You come highly recommended, Mr. Binney, but I do not need you for flies. Now, as regards your fee...
Yes?
I find it quite, how can I say...
Take it or leave it.
I have prepared a room for you upstairs. You must stay out of sight until you are needed.
I'm not an animal to be shut up.
You are most valuable to me, Mr. Binney. I shall take very good care of you.
I don't like Scotch beer.
I shall find you another kind.
And I like big women. Something I can find in the dark.
I will search out such a magnitude.
Then we have an agreement, Countess?
We have an agreement.
There is a phrase. Some attribute it to the poet Milton, but I prefer to think it must have had its origin in ancient Leith. All hell breaks loose. The 2 queens of crime in Edinburgh are at daggers drawn. Jean Brash and the Countess, a splendid sight. Like Oberon and Titania, they fight over a changeling. In this case, a young French whore, supple almost to the double joint, who left one queen for another. The Countess wants her back. Jean Brash refuses. Strange accidents befall both their body houses, and then a phial of acid thrown at the changeling's face. It misses, but burns down shoulder and side. She leaves for the healthier shores of France, and 3 days later a body is found floating in the Leith docks. Patrick Baxter, a foul and nasty streak of misery who does dirty work for the Countess, shot through the heart. A small caliber revolver, such as a woman may use. I have the bullet still, but I doubt the gun is down the drain. And yet, I'm happy. For while they claw each other, I may take them both. All hell breaks loose.
Away with you!
Let me go! Let me back in, woman!
I don't think so.
That little whore, she stole from me!
She never touched your money. You've spent it all.
You're a liar, Jessie.
Mr. Galloway, do you wish me to set the dogs on you?
Where is Jean Brash? I demand to talk to her.
Oh, we'd all like that. The mistress isn't here, and even if she was, she has no time for the likes of you.
I'm a valued customer.
You're mortal fool. Now get out!
How dare you address me so I'll split that insolent lip of yours?
Is that right? Jupiter, Juno, off the leash, now!
He just made it, Jessie!
Aye, those gates, too easy opened.
I shall go to the law!
For losing all your money in the just land? I can see McLevy running up the hill for that.
I'll be back for you and your whore mistress. I'll have vengeance!
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but Logan Galloway never could hold his drink.
You did well, Jessie.
And how should I not? I run the place. I make the rules.
You better no tell Jean Brash that.
I'll tell her what I like. She's hardly ever here. I'm the mistress now.
And how are you keeping after your wee break, Constable?
I'm fine, sir.
How was the farm and the animals therein?
They were fine.
And your Aunt Katie?
She was fine as well.
Did she have any wise words?
Eat well, sleep well, watch your bowel movements.
Uh-huh. So, no more hobnobbing in high society, eh?
I've given it all up.
A good idea. After all, being accused by your own fiancée of causing her father's suicide...
We were not fianced, and it was not my fault.
Ah, but she blamed you anyway.
Oh, she's left the city, all behind me now.
Ah, you cannot trust the class above. Turn on you without mercy. Now, that reminds me of a tale I heard. But, what?
Nothing.
This gallant, it seems, he was about to marry a high-born, respectable young woman, but he called it off.
And why was that?
She threw her cat out of the window because it did its business on her nice new carpet.
So?
It was found the next morning, frozen stiff, impaled on the railings in front of her house in the Haymarket.
And what's the moral of the tale?
You could have been the cat.
You're in fine form this morning, sir.
Autumn. I relish the season.
Why's that?
Because it means that winter is not far away. The moral of the tale is do not move out of your own class.
Cock-a-doodle-day! Hey, McLevy!
Inspector McLevy to you, Billy Pierce.
Aye, right enough. There's murder going.
Where?
The Just Land bodies are out of the place.
Come on, Mulholland. Love is dead. Duty calls.
Cock-a-doodle-day!
The Just Land. Jean Brash is Seraglio, an imposing mansion considering the depravity within, often guarded by two large savage dogs who, I hoped, had been bitten by a rat the previous night and died painfully of the bubonic plague. No murder as of yet, but 4 swanky young louts confronting Jean Brash, with her maid of all sorts, Jessie Nairn, sheltering behind. I knew one of the men, Logan Galloway, a contemptible young slotter, whose father had made a fortune exporting horses to France, where they were no doubt cooked and eaten, hooves and all. As we slid through the gates and approached, Galloway shoved hard at Jean Brash. There was a flash of steel, and he fell back with a cry, but unfortunately it was only his jacket sliced open to the armpit.
Oh!
Aye, Jean. Cutting back the weeds, eh?
Inspector, well on hand. This witch has attacked me.
Just a wee snip.
See the odds, 4 to 1.
I was here.
What's your trouble, Galloway?
I was most foully robbed in this woman's establishment last night.
Robbed?
My wallet emptied.
While you danced the reels of bogey.
I demand satisfaction.
Demand away.
Don't deserve it anyhow.
And why not, Constable?
4 on 1, sir. That's shameful.
I was here.
What would your Aunt Katie say?
Get out of my sight, you'd give the dry boat to a dead badger.
A fine adage. You heard the Constable, Galloway. Get out of here. I'll catch you and your friends near these grounds again or run you in for trespass.
I shall complain to your Lieutenant Roach.
Do that. He could use some humour in his life.
This is not finished, Jean Brash. I was robbed, I can assure you, and I will have vengeance.
Fear grips me by the throat.
Get out! Go on, the lot of you! Get your carcasses from off this sea!
Yeah, go on!
Why not pick on someone your own size, Jean? Like the Countess, say.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, that's a fine sharp knife you have.
For pruning the roses. Anything that protrudes.
May I see?
You may.
That's them down the brae, sir.
Good. What do you make of this, Constable?
Well balanced. Finest Italian steel.
It's from an admirer.
A cut purse?
A surgeon.
Ah, Jean, the life you lead can have but one destination. A prison cell. I shall sweep it out with my own hands.
You may dream. Can I have my pruner back?
Oh, certainly, ma'am.
Well, Mulholland, best be on our way. Duty done. Fair maiden saved.
The fair maiden sings your praise.
By the by, where are your dogs this morning?
Jessie had them confined.
Why?
They've got worms.
Oh, the poor animals.
Oh, the best news I've heard since Patrick Baxter died. I wonder you wasted that bullet when you could have stuck him with your fine Italian steel.
I had nothing to do with it.
It was a woman's hand, I'll wager.
You know the woman, then?
And why would she kill him?
He failed her.
Oh, you and the Countess. Well matched, the pair of you. Watch your back, Jean. Gardez-lou.
Why did you not tell me about this stramash with Galloway last night?
I know you've a lot on your mind.
So?
Didn't he want to worry you?
You know how we handle a customer who's too puggled to know what he's done with his money. More champagne, a girl on his knee, coddle him like a wee baby.
Oh, you didn't do that.
It was too late. He was up for blood here. You are a fool, Jessie Nairn.
Oh, it's all right for you to say. You're never here o' nights. I have to look after everything. And the girls keep asking me, where is she? Where is she gone?
Where I am is my business. And anything that happens here, you tell me. Don't ever make that mistake again.
Ah, McLevy. Did Sergeant Murdoch have a word with you at the desk?
Not unless he talks in his sleep.
Oh. Well, 2 card spielers in one of the dock taverns. The Lost Ship, I believe.
I know it. Well named.
Fleecing the smart when the fellow, unbeknownst to them, cuts them across both knees under the table, steps out with the money.
Unbeknownst?
Only found out when they stood up.
And then they fell over.
In considerable pain.
I have little sympathy.
Ah, but as you are so fond of telling me, the law applies to all God's creatures.
You don't seem in good spirits, Lieutenant.
No, I am not. I have the opera this evening.
But you like the opera?
Puccini's Tosca. It will be long and grim. Why are artists attracted to such depressing subject matters?
I believe there are sublime moments.
It will be long and grim. Death lurking in every shadow. I may as well be in Leith.
Then why are you going, sir?
Mrs. Roach. Puccini moves her. By the by, McLevy, some young gomerel came in here with a complaint against you.
Logan Galloway.
The same. I sent him packing. I don't like him, and I like his father even less. But deal with this other matter, McLevy.
Your servant, aye, Lieutenant Roach.
Good luck at the opera, sir.
Uh-huh. I will need it.
Tosca.
Italian.
Is there not a stabbing in it?
Scarpia, but he deserves what he gets.
All of a sudden, there's too many knives in this city, Constable.
How could you do it?
My hand slipped.
You could have ruined everything.
I don't like being built.
You were to stay here.
I got bored. This poky little room offends me. That woman you sent up was no such thing.
What?
All skin and bones.
Not many would describe her so.
She wouldn't play any games. I like games. That's why I defenestrated.
Which hand do you favour?
The left. Always.
Extend the same.
Are you going to punish me, Countess?
Put it out, please. 10 gold coins. 3 times as much awaits after tonight.
That seems acceptable.
You will be a good boy until then.
I promise. But then, tonight, I will be a very bad boy.
Stay here until then.
I promise. And on art.
Your hands are too quick for my liking.
Countess?
Yes?
I like your foliage.
This evening it is my intention to be noticed, Mr. Binney.
This letter arrived for you, mistress, sealed in wax.
Hand me my knife, will you, Jessie?
Here you are.
Thank you. You may go.
I'll do that.
Mistress Brash, I apologise for my behaviour this morning, but I was sore enraged at the injustice. I know I'm headstrong, but I am also honest, and I can assure you that money was robbed from me at your establishment. I've made inquiries with some of your other clients, men of my own stamp, and I have proof that some of your girls are operating behind your back. Perhaps someone is plotting against you. I do not know, but if you will visit me tonight at 12 Rankin Street, I will show you the evidence and explain my suspicions.
Come alone and tell no one, for there is no one you can trust. Yours in truth, Logan Galloway.
The girls want to know if you'll be in attendance this evening.
I had planned so, but I have changed my mind.
Oh, they'll be disappointed.
It'll pass. And I can put my trust in you, Jessie, can I not?
I hope so. I'm all you've got.
Lieutenant Roach, do you enjoy the opera?
What? I'm sorry, I don't believe we...
Come along, Lieutenant. We have met in many different situations.
Oh, yes, indeed. No. The answer is no, I am not enjoying. The piece is too long.
Ah, like the cues for the cloakroom.
Ah, yes. Now, if you will excuse me,
I am in the box opposite to you. I was waving over, but you had your eyes closed the entirety of the first act.
Did I now? Concentration.
I assume the lady with you is your wife, but one can never tell.
With me you can. She is. Goodbye, Countess.
Perhaps we may meet again at the second interval.
Here you are, Mistress Brash, just across the road.
How much is the reckoning?
Oh, you keep that bag closed. I had many a good time in the happy land before you moved premises up the hill.
I had no option. They burnt me out.
Shame on them. It was a damn good house. Aye, but you're o'er muckle for me now. Walk on, dear.
You can always look in at the window.
Aye, I'll do that. It's number 12, just across. See, the door's open. You must be welcome.
Hello? Mr. Galloway? Are you receiving visitors?
Mulholland and I visited the lost ship, but the crew were all too drunk to remember who shot the albatross or cut the card-sharp's knees. The barman, however, was a country boy from Kerry, and Mulholland gleaned from him that the fellow was English-spoken, with a sort of slimy accent, small, moon-faced, plump, and drank tea with buckets of sugar, because he did not like our beer. We tried this description at some of the other taverns, but we had no luck. Mulholland had become somewhat morose. His thoughts had obviously turned inwards. Never a good place for them. So I decided to call it a night. As we walked back to the station, we passed a dog, dead in the gutter, the carcass already picked clean. I had an intimation of mortality. 1 minute you're singing "My love is like a red, red rose," the next you're just a pile of bones. Then the silent autumn melancholy of the streets was broken by the shrill sound of a police whistle. Whoever was blowing it had assuredly a fine pair of lungs, and was most definitely a mite fashed. Constable Miller, will you stop that infernal noise? Mulholland, take it from him. Now calm down, Miller. What in God's name is the matter with you, man?
House. Over there. The door was open. I thought a cracksman. I'll catch him red-handed.
Go on, then.
In a room, bodies all over the place.
How many?
Two, at least two. And one with a knife sticking right out.
Is it dark in there?
Black as pitch. Black as pitch.
Give me your bowl lamp. Now, Mulholland and I are going in. I want you to wait here, Miller. And if anything happens, you blow the alarm. But Only if it's absolutely necessary. Can you do that?
No.
Why not?
The constable's got my whistle.
Give it to him, Constable. Now, let us proceed. I told you not
Just establishing that it still has working order, Inspector.
Come on, Mulholland.
This is nothing but shadows.
Here, you hold the lamp.
Why?
I see an open door there. We must go through it. I need my hands free.
That's very kind of you, sir.
Not at all. You first.
Miller's right with one thing. We have a body. Knife in the back.
Turn it over. With care.
No sooner said. Well, well.
Jean Brash.
What?
Over here.
Is she dead?
It's yours.
As a doornail.
Who is it?
Logan Galloway. And you'll recognise the knife.
Jean? Jean Brash.
Oh.
I warned you, Jean. You would not heed.
McLevy? What happened?
I warned you where your life would lead.
What?
It would seem as if you have committed murder, Jean. And I have caught you in the aftermath.
Bravo! Bravissimo! Lieutenant! Don't you agree?
Oh, who would think that so much death could make such music to the ears?
Bravissimo!
I was hit on the head, that's all I know. Until I woke up and found your great bap face staring down at me.
You've a wee bruise on the back, Belfry, but nothing that would contradict the facts.
And what are the facts?
You and Galloway quarrelled. The knife was drawn. He turned to flee.
You stuck him in the back, right into the vital organs.
Your hands were smeared with blood.
Galloway's blood.
With his dying breath, he lashed out.
Knocked you over. You hit your head. Down and out.
Until we found you. Lucky that.
Lucky?
The unconscious part.
Otherwise, you'd have retrieved the knife and made off, free as a bird.
But not this time.
This time, you've come to earth.
I deny everything you say.
We checked the house.
Belonged to a crony of Galloway's.
For their wild rants and such like.
Why were you there?
He wrote me a letter to meet together.
Why?
Perhaps he wished to apologise.
Where is this letter?
In my travel bag.
I took the liberty of examining its contents. There's no such thing.
Anyone else see it?
Jessie. Oh, no, she didn't.
Make up your mind, Jean.
She never read it.
Oh, that's a shame now.
Because it leaves us with the facts as seen. And I think they're strong enough to seal your death warrant. Not execution, just a long, slow, miserable decline, rotting away in prison. Confess. Make it easy. Throw yourself on the mercy of the court. Admit your guilt. It may work in mitigation, but you must confess.
I'll see you in hell first. And answer me this. Why would I want to kill him?
You'd fought earlier. He threatened you.
That's not enough.
His blood all over you, your knife in his back. It's more than enough.
Look in my eyes, Jean. Tell me you are innocent.
I am innocent.
Oh, what a pity your whole life contradicts that wee notion.
You're a bastard, McLevy.
Confess.
Never.
You'll end up in prison, an old toothless crone. You'll die like a dog.
And you'll die knowing that I am an innocent woman and you did nothing to aid me. Go to hell.
What do you think, sir?
I think justice will prevail. Dr. Fraser.
What is it, McLevy?
When do you examine our corpse?
I have an ancient dowager to prescribe to, and then lunch. Unlike many of my profession, I prefer to dissect on a full stomach. Say, mid-afternoon.
At what time?
Allowing for the brandy, 3 o'clock.
I shall be there.
So will the cadaver. I trust they have roast beef on menu. Aberdeen Angus, most rare. What a succulent creature. I shall see you anon at the slab, McLevy.
What a wag our doctor is.
Here's another one.
Inspector, Mr. Galloway is sitting in my office.
Is he now?
I still don't like the man, but the father's grief must be respected.
Indeed it must.
I consoled him with the fact that the killer of his son was under lock and key.
Did you now?
Oh, come along, McLevy. You can allow yourself a wee gloat. Ambition realised, the queen of crime dethroned, eh?
But is she the killer?
Of course she is.
Innocent till proven guilty, Lieutenant.
Yes, but look at the evidence, man, and who else could it be? Not the Countess, I'll tell you that. She was at the opera last night, waving and shouting over at me from the box.
She must have been excited.
My wife gave me hell on the way home. She thought it was some fancy woman.
That's the danger of culture, sir.
What? You're obviously feeling better, Constable. You're getting as bad as him. Aye, well, Galloway should have pulled himself together by now, I hope so. The evidence is incontrovertible, McLevy. Tie the case up and hammer in the nails.
You're not happy, sir?
A stab in the back. Not Jean's style.
I was wondering so.
Jean Brash would face you.
Strike from the front, into the stomach and up.
Or down. So, which way do we go from here, Constable?
Aye, she did get such a delivery, but who knows what was inside?
You didn't see?
She wouldn't let me.
The envelope addressed to her.
Oh, why else give it over?
Did you recognise the hand?
Not at all.
And then?
Later on, out she goes. Mind you, that's no rarity. She's out most nights.
Not anymore.
She'll be staying in.
At the Perth Penitentiary.
Eh?
Your mistress has been caught, Jessie, in the very act of murder.
That's no true.
You may take my word.
In the act, red-handed.
For the murder of Logan Galloway, I sentence the accused, Jean Brash, to... What do you think, Mulholland?
30 years at least, sir.
I would say more.
Would you know?
Main thing, she'll not come out alive.
That is the main thing.
Stop it, the pair of you.
We'll be dancing on her grave, Jessie.
Unless...
What?
You can help her. Tell us something that would change our minds.
This is terrible. She was never...
Never what?
I don't know anything.
Are you sure?
Nothing. It's not my fault.
So be it. Kiss her memory goodbye.
This arrived for you, Mistress Brash.
What is it?
A letter.
I'm not enamoured of letters.
Sergeant Murdoch says so long as there's no weapon inside.
And is there?
No, I held it up to the light.
Give it over then.
Sergeant says he's doing you a favour.
He owes me many favours. Are you waiting for something?
It was me that found you. Not many constables may come across two bodies, murderer and victim.
I'm sure.
It will enhance my promotion prospects.
I'll put in a word for you. Now, could you please leave me in peace?
Aye, right. It smells nice.
What?
The letter.
French cologne.
I wouldn't know the country.
I would.
My dear Jean, I am so sorry to hear of your misfortune. I know it will be hard when they strip off your fine clothes, and I hope they do not cut off your beautiful hair lest it suffer infestation. But here I am taken with the vanity of outward show, when it must be inner suffering which concerns you, an agony twisting like a knife, more painful with each passing year, which will only cease with your own cessation. I wish you the strength to bear such suffering. They say that in prison each day is like a year, each year an eternity. What a dreadful prospect. Yours, a friend.
I'll see you buried yet, Countess, and I'll spit in your grave as they lower you down.
I thought they were confined.
They're not now. We should have left straight and not poked about in her room. All we found was frilly things.
All right. I've got my gun. I could shoot them.
No need. I'll deal with it. Now, Juno, Jupiter, good dogs, good dogs. What have we here? A fine big stick.
Hit them with it!
Don't be a fearty, sir.
I'm not a fearty.
Now, good dogs. We'll all play chases. I'll throw and you... Jace!
Come on, sir!
believe it. Not even after us. We're still fighting over the stick. They meant no harm. Just protecting their patch like a constable on the beat.
Damnation.
What?
Miller. When I saw him last night, it flashed in my head, but then I saw Jean and I...
What is it, Inspector?
Rankin Street. Not his patch. Nowhere near it. How did he end up there?
Perhaps he went astray.
Miller does not have the imagination to deviate. His patrol is in the lower reaches. What was he doing in Rankin Street?
He'll be out on the beat now.
Find him. Question him. Something's not right here.
What about you?
I have a cut of cold meat on the slab.
Billy Pierce!
What is it?
Deliver this note. The address is on it.
Why should I?
Here. There's £5.
Oh, so it is.
Don't fail me now.
No for that money.
Get on then.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Hey, Jesse! What I just heard in the streets, is it true? Jean Brash stuck a man and gobbled up his heart.
Get on with you.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Is everything all right, Jesse?
Closing the house for the day. Tell the girls they may amuse themselves elsewhere.
Well, what's wrong?
Just act as I say. You may go now. Oh, damn you, Jean Brash. Why did you have to do it?
I don't know what you mean, Mulholland.
Simple. How did you get to that house?
On my feet.
Don't be clever with me.
I can't help being clever.
No, listen, Miller. If McLevy finds that you've held out on us, and I am giving you a second chance now, if he finds that you have lied...
Didn't he lie?
You hold something back. If he finds it so, McLevy will crucify you. And I'll be the fella handing up the nails.
Oh, I was led there.
By the nose?
My new hat.
Enlighten me, Constable.
Last night, on patrol, Brodie's Wind.
The lower reaches, where you belong.
This rascal jumps out and nips off my new hat. Then he's away up the street.
And?
What I was after, like a good man should, but I couldn't catch him. He was a wee porker, but I kept running and running, but I couldn't catch him.
Why didn't you blow your whistle?
I'd have looked like a fool.
What do you look like now?
We kept climbing up, and he was laughing. Come on, you Nancy Crusher.
Crusher?
It was the Nancy offended me.
I could see that it might. Go on.
He reeked round a corner, and by the time I caught up, he was gone. But in the middle of the street, there was my hat, safe and sound, covered in leaves.
Never mind the damned hat!
I paid good money. Anyway, as I picked it up, I noticed a door opposite open. I didn't know what. Maybe the porker was in there. Maybe a cracksman I had found by accident. I took courage in both hands, ventured myself inside, and found what I found.
Why didn't you tell of this?
I wanted credit for discovery of crime, not my hat thieved and dangled. I have my pride, you know.
What did you have for lunch, McLevy?
An apple.
The apple of knowledge, no doubt. Yes. Here is the entry wound. Then the blade passed between third and fourth ribs, right into the heart.
Could this knife have been the implement?
Where did you get it?
Fell into my hands.
May I? Thank you. Fine quality steel. Almost surgical.
Could it be the murder weapon?
Let me see. Yes, very possible. The wound is somewhat wider, though that might be explained by a sawing motion to extract the blade. Once in, hard to get out. Applicable to so many situations in life.
Or death. Anything else?
A professional job.
Indeed.
One thrust. Straight through the rib cage into the heart. Either have to be very lucky or know exactly what you were doing.
I prefer the latter.
We are in agreement.
Anything else?
I haven't finished carving yet, as a waiter remarked at table. But there is something.
Galloway was stabbed from the left, sir. Jean Brash is right-handed.
Her only orthodox.
The knife blow was one thrust.
Scientific.
Too professional, even for Jean.
You think so?
Miller, whose hat I shall stamp on later, was virtually led to the murder scene.
His enticer, small, plump, he called Miller a crusher. That's a low word. London can't.
The knife man from the lost ship answers that description. I have telegrammed the details to our London colleagues. A professional killer, plump, left-handed, with a penchant for sweet tea.
And where does all this take us?
Jean Brash may have stepped into a spider's web.
Diversion and deception,
And
sir.
who would do such a thing?
The Countess. And she took damn good care that you saw her last night.
You were her alibi at the Tosca.
If true insult to injury, McLevy, are you sure your personal feelings...
I have no personal feelings.
Very well. I am not dismissive, neither am I convinced. It is all conjectural.
Well, Jean, just you and I, eh?
Just you and I.
Face to face, eh? How many occasions have we twa sat together?
Every time there's misery in the land.
Here you are, all alone, all your friends desert the sinking ship.
I wouldn't say that.
I see no flowers, messages of comfort.
I received a communication.
Who from?
The Countess.
Not much comfort there.
Damned little.
She's too clever for you, Jean.
How so?
I believe she set a trap. And then you walked, like a blind fool.
That means you believe me innocent.
It is of no matter.
Why?
Because I can find no proof. She has you beaten, Jean. Every way you turn, admit the fact.
I'll never admit it.
Then help me prove otherwise.
How?
I know you. You will have a spy in her camp. I need the name. I need to know what's going on in there.
I have no spy.
Jean, I know the habit of a lifetime is to deny me your machinations, but this time you must inform upon yourself.
If something went wrong, if it became known, she would be in terrible
Something
danger.
has gone wrong. You are the one in danger. This is your last chance, Jean. I shall not ask again.
I cannot tell you.
Then I bid you goodbye and wish you a long and happy life in the Perth Penitentiary. Constable Miller!
Wait! Damn you, McLevy. When this is over...
You'll set the dogs on me. The name, Jean.
Oh, Ellen Powers, you better hurry.
I'm just away to the market stalls.
If you're late, the Countess will no be pleased.
Oh, when is she ever? I need a ribbon for my bonnet.
Well, on your head be it.
Oh, where it's going. Right, enough. Hey, I'll catch you up.
You best not be long.
You know her temper.
Ellen, don't turn. Stand as if to survey the scene.
Who is this?
A friend. I have a message from your employer.
The Countess?
Jean Brash.
How do you...
Never mind.
You know who you are. You're McLevy.
And Jean is dead meat unless you help me.
How?
Answer my questions.
I like Jean. Countess is an old bitch. Ask away.
Good girl. I'm looking for a man. Small, plump, nasty piece of work. Maybe has a London cant.
I think I have him.
Where?
Of late, the Countess is out taking tea up to the top room. I glimpsed him. And then somebody was sent up there.
Who?
Mary Jessica, big lump of a girl. She didn't last.
How do you mean?
She said he was a horrible wee man, with a whiny kind of voice, and he put a knife against her bare breast.
Top room, you say?
Oh, you can't go higher.
Open up, if you please!
Lieutenant Roach, but this is not the opera.
It has similarities. My warrant, ma'am.
How splendid!
All right, man, don't break anything.
You are right, Lieutenant. This is so dramatic.
Samuel Binney, where is he?
I beg your pardon?
Top room, Mulholland.
On my way, sir.
The London police confirmed his name, Samuel Binney, a hired assassin, gun, garrote, and more especially the knife.
I do not know who you mean.
Then excuse me while I find him for you.
Take your hands off me, you literate instruction!
Doing my duty, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Miller, leave the gentleman alone.
You've ripped my collar!
Miller!
It came away in my hands.
Just like the opera.
My Persian vase!
No sign of him, sir. Enough empty cups and biscuit crumbs, but nothing else.
Damnation.
The window's snibbed, so he didn't get out that way.
And yet the bird has flown.
McLevy, I have just left a senior High Court official partly dressed and not a happy man. Please tell me there is a successful conclusion to all this.
Not so far, Lieutenant.
I authorised this raid against my better judgment, and I now
Lieutenant Roach,
regret it bitterly.
your men have upset a most valuable antique.
The court official.
An unfortunate accident.
I demand compensation.
That vase
Mulholland,
cost me a great deal of
I must search out
money.
someone.
Of my best
You
clients
assuage
will
the
never
Countess.
Assuage?
Excuse me, one and all, a matter of some urgency.
McLevy, where are you going?
Well, what have you got to say for yourselves?
Miller, where have you put the girls?
In the side room, sir. Shall I bring them out?
Inspector.
Hey?
Don't look round.
Your turn, Ellen. Where are you?
Behind the coat stand.
Tell me.
Before you arrived, the Countess got a letter. Benny left not long after.
A warning. Have we been betrayed?
Can I do something, sir?
Stay away. This letter. Where is it?
In her dress. There's a hidden pocket just under the bosom.
The bosom?
You have upset my establishment, destroyed my possessions, and for what? The stupid idea of a stupid man.
And here he is. McLevy, answer the woman.
Inspector, how can you excuse yourself?
I am truly sorry, Countess, but anyone can make a... Ah!
No, what now? What are you doing?
I am sorry, I tripped. Mulholland's feet.
No one is.
McLevy, what are you performing?
Extrication only, sir. There now. And what have we here?
The letter, give me it back.
Is it yours? Then your name must be upon it. Let me see.
Give me the letter.
Hold on, Mulholland. Ah, it was meant for you indeed, Countess. And now I know where Benny is. Come on, Mulholland. Pray we're not too late.
What am I to do here?
I shall fetch you proof, sir. Till then, hold her.
McLevy!
I prayed we would be in time, but when we reached the just land, the gates were lying open, and the place was pitch black, except for a light from one window. As we made for the door, my foot made contact with something, soft, still, a dead body. Mulholland found another. The dogs, meat scattered near, poison no doubt. We rushed into the main room, but it was empty. Then a stifled cry came from the direction of Jean Brash's bedroom. We took to the stairs and burst open the door to find Samuel Binney, knife in hand, crouched over the person of Jessie Nairn. He smiled and wiped the blood from his blade on the sleeve of her dress.
Two of you, eh? I've taken more in my time.
You will hand over that knife.
Come and get it.
I'll do just that.
Keep clear, Mulholland.
Ah, we're stinking Irish, eh? Right out of the bog.
I'm not afraid.
You should be.
I have my gun. Stand clear.
I'm not some poor defenceless girl.
All the same to me. I cut them every way.
Here I am, then.
You're in the way, boy.
I'm ready for him.
You're no such thing.
Here I come, bogman, to slice up your potatoes.
Mulholland, no! How did you do that?
You've never hunted the wild boar, sir. My Aunt Katie has a saying.
Just cuff him. Jessie, let me see.
Don't bother. He stuck me good. Are you of the faith, McLevy?
I used to be.
They'll have to do. My confession. Hear it. Bless me, Father.
Tell it, Jessie.
Go on, tell it, you treacherous whore!
Take him outside.
Come on, you piece of scum!
All G. Brash's fault. Never here. I got no thanks. I did all the work. Countess said I should run the place.
You would be queen, eh, Jessie?
Aye. Lock and Galloway, the quarrel, the letter was set up to lure Jean. He thought it was funny.
Not afterwards.
He didn't know. Nor I. Jean, it was to be a blanket over the heat, tied, put on a ship for the colonies, never come back. Too shamed. The Countess and I, friends. We'd ruled together, said she.
But she lied.
Jean will be free now, you've heard.
I'll make it my business.
Tell her no. To think bad of me. Gave a lot for it.
You gave everything, Jessie.
It's dark now. Peekaboo. Here I come. Bless me, Father.
Safe journey, Jessie.
I have sinned.
Aye.
Poor Jessie.
Aye. The Countess no doubt reckoned that when Jessie found out the lie, it would be too late. Jessie was already implicated. She would say nothing.
But she did.
She sent a note. Unless the Countess might arrange your release from the false charge, she would go to the police, to McLevy. But the Countess arranged something quite different.
Poor Jessie. That note was her death warrant.
She wanted to be queen.
Ah, she was a simple soul, easy prey.
You caused her death as much as anyone, Jean. You could have made peace with the Countess.
It had gone too far.
You let it be so. Your black pride was the cause of that girl's death, not some words on a scrap of paper.
May I be released now?
You may. In any case, we have need of the cell.
You are making a mistake, Lieutenant Roach. I shall write to the highest authority.
God may be somewhat occupied, Countess. Bring her to the cells, Miller.
Aye, sir.
This way, Mistress Brash.
She knows the way.
Ah, ships that pass in the night, eh, McLevy?
Uh-huh.
Countess, you take my place, it would seem.
I am worth 20 of you. You are nothing more than a common slut.
What was it you said? In prison, each day is like a year, each year like an eternity. Very nicely put.
May your future be as diseased as your body. Lead me on, young man.
Aye, right you are, Countess.
Well, Lieutenant, thank you for the hospitality. You must sample mine some day.
I would have left you rot in jail, Mistress Brash. You may thank McLevy here.
I'm afraid, ma'am, your dogs are dead.
My dogs?
Every cloud has a silver lining. I'll escort you to the door.
How did this happen?
We must wait for the post-mortem.
They make a handsome couple.
So did Samson and Delilah.
Is that irony, sir?
Biblical, Mulholland. Biblical.
I believe I owe you some thanks.
I do what I'm paid for.
Not unlike myself. Jessie had some kinfolk in the country. I'll let them know.
Jean, one thing Jessie said, that you were out most nights. Where were you? Spying on the Countess? Did you have some plot of your own in mind?
Not at all.
Then where were you?
On a trouvé un amant.
Eh?
I have a lover. Good night, McLevy.
And so it all ends. Mulholland will no doubt in time be once more a target for Cupid's arrows. Lieutenant Roach will suffer like Prometheus as the grim eagle of culture gnaws at his liver. The Countess will watch her life ebb away as she walks the treadmill of the prison grind. And Jean Brash... What did she mean? A lover? What lover? And where? Certainly not in Leith, or I would know. Surely she hasn't gone further up the hill. Or did she just say that to annoy me? A phantom lover? A demon lover? Perhaps it is the devil she goes to meet. She lies in someone's arms, and I have only the bitter dregs of coffee for company. So be it. I look once more over my city, Edinburgh. The early morning autumn light creeps like a wee mouse over the cobblestones. The devil's brethren lurk in the long shadows. I cannot sleep. I cannot close my eyes for fear what chaos would ensue. I am James McLevy, Inspector of Police. I wait for winter.